What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Super Geeked Up Roll20CON gaming stream for charity. Yeah! What is up? My name is Jeff from Super Geeked Up. Thank you very much for joining us. We did this last year, so we're doing it one more time this year. This is Roll20CON. If you don't know, Roll20 is a really cool site where you can play all different sorts of tabletop RPGs, not just Dungeons & Dragons and Pathfinder and stuff, but pretty much any game you could think of is probably up there on Roll20 for you to play. So it's a really cool site, and they do an awesome thing for charity every year. This year's charity is called Take This, which helps provide education for the prevention of mental illness and helps reduce the stigma that's associated with mental illness. So it's a great charity. Very happy to support them. Actually, I will put up a link for you right now, and I will do this throughout the stream. This is where you can go to support them. It's roll20.net/con. There is a donate link right on that page. Please, anything you can give is very, very appreciated. And they would really appreciate it, as would we. All right, so we got, if you've watched any other gaming streams, we've got some of the regular crew here, but actually some new faces as well. Well, actually mainly our DM, which I'll introduce in a minute, is new. So this is exciting. We have a new DM today. But let's go around here. We're going to introduce each person, and we'll give them, they're going to do a little intro about their character, and then we will turn things over to DM. So we are playing Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition here, and then later on tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern, we're going to play Conan, Adventures in an Age Undreamed of, which Somnus and I are very excited about. It's one of our new favorite games. So yeah, you can just stick here the whole night. You don't need to do anything else except just watch us. All right, so why don't we go around here? And by the way, if you're in the chat, we are streaming hopefully both on Twitch and YouTube, if everything's working correctly. So in either of those places, please chat away there. We would love to see you. I see over on YouTube, we got Charles, Galusky, Victor Snyder, Alpha Fortress already there. Alpha Fortress says, this will be fun. Can you use it no matter what without paying? Oh, Roll20? Yes, that's a great question. Roll20 is free to use. Now there is where you can pay a little bit, like $5 or $10 a month to get certain different perks and levels, like Somnus, I believe, is one that does that. But yep. I have a free account right now, and you do not have to pay anything to use it. All right. Cool. All right. So let's actually, why don't we start, Somnus? Why don't you introduce what your character is and a little bit about him?
Alrighty. I am playing Mortavius Gaunt. He is a devoted cleric of the Raven Queen, the goddess of death, fate, and winter. He has been working with the city guard, helping them in dealing with cases involving the restless dead or grave robbing. He has helped the guard on several occasions put down ghouls that have been grave robbing, as well as assisting with other cases where his ability to speak with the dead can be helpful when talking to the deceased in trying to solve crimes. And so he's joined up with this adventuring group for the moment as a, branching out in his experiences.
All right. Awesome. Let's go over to Brian.
Hi, I'm Brian. I'm going to be playing Nathaniel Abaddon. That's his stage name. He's a tiefling bard barbarian. He's kind of a punk rock kid. Also grew up as a theater kid, so he's sensitive beneath the gruff exterior. But he was the front man for a punk rock band. He sang and played bagpipes and stuff like that. And they broke up over creative differences, and he went off into the world to try and correct some of the injustice that he saw in the world. But he is sort of bad at that and kind of lacks direction and focus. So I think he sort of glommed onto this party because he's like, "Hey, injustice, let's go do it," right? He doesn't think things through, really, is what I'm saying.
Okay. I love that he plays the bagpipes. I wish you had bagpipes with you right now, actually.
Right. He plays the bagpipes, the drums, the lute, and the pan flute.
How is a pan flute? How is a pan flute different than a regular flute?
It's got it has a bunch of little things that you blow through instead of one long thing with holes in it.
Ah, all right. Wow, look at
it. Yeah. It's it has a bunch of different it has rather than right. It has a bunch of tubes of different sizes, and that's how you get the different notes is by blowing in the different tubes instead of with a regular flute. It's one tube and you plug holes to get different notes.
All right, folks, there's your music lesson for the day. And thank you. No, I have no idea about anything with music, so I appreciate
Bring the education.
Yes. In the chat, Victor says in YouTube, what about dealing with the Grateful Dead band? I don't know. I don't know if you've had any experience with Nathaniel's had any experience with that.
I may, given that I'm now traveling with Mortavius.
I have issues with that band.
By the way, folks, and the little tokens you're seeing in each of our video screens are the characters we're playing that'll help you keep track of who's who. You're also seeing those tokens on the screen. On the lower right-hand side of your screen, you're going to see the rolls we are doing in Roll20. So that's the, like if we were rolling dice, Roll20 does all that for us. You'll see some test rolls right there that we did before the stream. And on your lower left is the chat that will come in through both Twitch and YouTube. All right, let's go over to Jen and her character.
Hello. Hey guys, I'm Jen. I am Dreamwith on Twitter and Dreamwith Jen on Twitch. I am playing Nar, who I am bringing back from another charity stream from a couple weeks ago. Nar is a half-elf, Shadowkai half-elf, and she is a hexblade and swashbuckler. So she made a pact with the Raven Queen to discover her Shadowkai heritage, didn't quite realize what she was getting herself into. The Raven Queen has some sway over her, but because she is only half Shadowkai, the Raven Queen does not have quite the thrall she thought she was going to have, and so Nara is more than driven to uphold the Raven Queen's every which whim, more of a drive to become the most awesome swordswoman she can be, which someday may get cashed in on by the Raven Queen for whatever purposes she may need a warrior for, but mostly it's just fun to go around and adventure.
Sweet. Can you,
Yeah.
this will actually, maybe for the viewers, but also help me actually as I play too. How is a Shadowkai, how do they look different than other elves or half-elves?
So Nar usually walks around disguising herself as a half-elf. She's pretty solid at disguising herself, but Shadowkai tend to be very, very pale. They are creatures of the shadow self, so they're very much super, super pale, very dark eyes. And Nar has some really wild black hair you can see in the character portrait, and tattoos all over. Not so much on her face, but she's got a couple on her arms and slightly pointed ears. But half elf, so she's not quite as pale as the Shadowkai. She doesn't look deathly pale. She's just pretty fair. Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, but she has a disguise on. You're saying that makes her look like.
Most of the time walking around, she looks pretty different, and it's much easier if she just passes as an elf. So she usually keeps a pretty solid high elf disguise on. So, you know.
Okay, cool.
Long blonde hair and, you know.
Gotcha.
Standard hair.
Cool, thanks. I also see our buddies Lanier and Lister's Mate are in the chats, either on Twitch or YouTube. Thank you, fellas, for watching. Appreciate it. Thank you, everybody. We really appreciate it. Please keep your chats coming. You know what? And even maybe later in the game will be a way for you even to maybe affect the story somewhat. You know, we always like to see if you guys can help us out. So please keep sharing your comments. Let's see. Victor says, swashbucklers are always the best to play. Rule 1 is to think only the first half of the plan. Okay.
It's true. It's true.
All right. I guess that brings in my character. Okay. So this is, first off, Somnus here. I was looking for something different to play this time. And he said, hey, what about a Mystic? Was released in Unearthed Arcana. So this is not an official class yet. This is like a playtest class. So I was like, hey, that sounds like a great idea. And then, oh boy, then I said, oh, these Mystics are really complicated, kind of. But that's okay. I'm going to do it anyway. So I made this character last night. Here she is. Her name is Arya Teslin. She is a half-elf mystic. So mystics have all these different orders you can belong to. I guess that I don't know, Sam, is what we say, almost like the monks, like they have to choose a
kind of. I mean, just they have each one has a different focus, a different set of priorities, I guess, as far as where they focus their talents.
Right. So I chose Order of the Awakened. So anyway, mystics use psionic ability. So they use their minds to create like it could be attacks, it could be psychic attacks, They can control the elements sometimes. They can obviously use their abilities to control people or instill fear or happiness in them, that kind of stuff. So they're actually can be quite powerful. So Arya has the thing about the mystics is generally they go hang out by themselves and focus on learning, focus on the mind and all that stuff. So Arya grew up with her elf mother, kind of out in the woods, away from anyone else, because she wasn't accepted as a half-elf in the human village. And then, unfortunately, at one point, the villagers thought they were kind of like a bunch of crazy witches, and they wound up killing her mother. So she went off, so she escaped, and she's been living for 7 years now. She has no contact with anybody for the last 7 years, focusing on being a mystic. So she has pretty much no idea how to socially interact with anyone because her only person she's ever known is her mother. And it's been 7 years with no one. So she's kind of naive about the world for sure. And like I said, she's not gonna, I can't wait till she meets Nathaniel and a tiefling who she's never seen before.
So I want to ask a question here, just to clear things up. Does anyone else have any like social skills in this party?
I do.
Okay, good. I wanted to make sure Nathaniel was not the only one, because like that could go very badly.
No, it's okay. You can be our front man.
I'm not super charismatic.
Okay, good.
Good. Yeah, I don't know shit about that.
Nathaniel is too, but he mostly has focused on intimidation.
Oh, all right, there you go.
In fact, Nar is more charismatic than anything else.
Okay, good.
Good.
We should not leave all of the talking to people to me. Like, that will go badly for us.
But entertaining.
In the chat,
I can be a big, loud distraction.
That could be very handy. In the chat, Alpha Fortress says, she sounds like someone from the Salem witch trials. Well, that's kind of what happened almost like when the rest of the townsfolk thought about them. So that was, yes, kind of tragic, actually. Anyway, the reason she left, because the guide says you should kind of come up with a reason why she's left her solitude, is to find her human father, who she's never known.
Okay.
And they also, what's very interesting about the mystic, in the guide, they say mystics have quirks because they've been living by themselves and they focus on, this mind stuff. So they give you 20 different quirks you could choose from or come up with your own, and they say you should pick 2 of them. So I did choose 2 quirks. One of them is that she always sleeps on the ground, naked, never in a bed, and this has to do with like her mother having, like, it was important to commune with the earth and be one with nature. Her mother was a wood elf. The other one, which is my favorite, is, and this was actually one of the suggested ones in their thing, is she has an imaginary companion she talks to, and she often relies on its approval to do things.
Well, that'll go well.
Right.
It's kind of reminding me of the Faceless in Apocalypse World when they take the ability Norman and they ask their mask what they should do.
Yeah, so her imaginary companion is an elf woman named Tyrael.
Okay.
All right. So if I look to the side and start talking, that's what I'm doing. I'm talking to my imaginary companion.
If we die because of your imaginary friend.
No, my imaginary friend is very very cautious. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. I don't really know. We'll find out. Anyway, Retsev in the Twitter and Twitch, says, I'm sure the imaginary friend approves of this charity stream. She sure does. She highly approves of this charity stream. So please go donate. My imaginary friend says, go donate to take this at roll20.net/con. I really appreciate that. Thank you for the segue there, Retsev. Appreciate it. All right, there's our characters. This will be quite an interesting bunch to interact with each other. Anyway, let's go over to David, who's our dungeon master for today. And there you go. Anything you want to set up before we get going here?
Nah, we can just run right into the game here.
All right, awesome. Sounds great.
All right. So as you adventurers have been going across the travels here, you come across a small little hamlet on your travels. Small, simple wooden buildings line both sides of the road. And suddenly, a child bolts from between two of the buildings, run across the street, and disappears behind another building. The sounds of giggling and laughter float through the air. Surrounding it, you hear the chirping of birds, and it seems very nice there. As you look about, though, there are quite a few birds lining this whole hamlet.
Like, sort of weird, like in a way that is not normal?
It could seem not normal. Go ahead and roll me a nature check just to see if they congregate in large groups as such as this.
Why he does that? Why he does that? I have an overall. Well, let me share a couple things quickly in the YouTube. Victor says, "Will your imaginary friend be getting a share of the gold?" Of course, that's only fair. And Alpha Fortress says, "Wait, Tyrael, like Diablo Tyrael? I haven't played Diablo in a very long time, so I didn't know that. Tell me who that is in Diablo. I'm interested now. I was just looking up elf names. Who is it? Well, you tell me then."
Tyrael's the angel that shows up in Diablo 2 and, like, at one point beats the snot out of Diablo.
Oh, shit. Okay. I was just using fantasy name generator for elf female names. That's all. That's where that came from. Anyway, can I ask, though, how does it help me with my character? How long, how did we all kind of get together, or how long have we been traveling? Have we established that? Or
No, I'll let you guys establish that. That would be kind of interesting to know how you think you would have met each other.
So was there a town nearby? Or are we in a town now? Where are we?
You are in a journey. So it would start out with the journey coming into this hamlet here in the middle of your journey. You guys on your journey through adventuring is where it would make sense most. I figure Nathaniel would probably just band with you because of injustices that you have been writing, especially with Mortavius there, actually seeking to write injustices. Now, how Nar and Aria came to join this group would not quite certain on that.
I sought out Nar. My goddess has told me I need to keep an eye on her.
Yeah, they have a bit of a connection there.
I probably had a sense that this guy was worth sticking around and following. I don't know why. There just was kind of a sense that he's pretty cool. Why not?
All right, and Nar, you said you appear as a high elf. Is that what you're saying?
When I think that there might be trouble if I'm not.
How about this? Can I say, Arya, that's the first time she saw you as a high elf?
Probably, yeah.
Right. So I guess I'm going to say then, Arya, since the only person she ever knew was her mother, who was an elf, that's the only thing she's like, oh, so that she saw an elf, and her friend Tyrael basically told her, elves can be trusted. You should go along with her.
Wait.
This will go.
Oh, solid basis for trusting someone.
Yes,
absolutely.
So I would imagine that half the reason that Nathaniel hangs out with the two of you is because you have like badass looks, right? Like,
yeah.
Mortavius is like big spiky armor and old sort of like death goddess and everything like that, and you've got all the tattoos and everything, and I'm like, he's like, yeah, cool, I dig it. Like, you guys have a cool aesthetic. I'm gonna hang out with you.
And I'm studying Arya.
Nar probably would dig Nathaniel because Nar's like, oh, cool, this is somebody else who's like not from around here. Doesn't quite fit in with the crowd.
We are kind of a band of outsiders.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm trying to determine if Tyrael is a spirit that's haunting Arya, or if it's just imaginary.
Okay.
Oh, that's what you're trying to figure out?
Yes.
Of Mortavius? Okay, Mortavius.
Because I normally help put spirits to rest. So,
yes.
So if you're haunted.
Right.
I'm trying to.
You got a friend who's there for you.
Nice. On YouTube, Alpha Fortress said yes. Tyrael was the falling star in Diablo 3 because he's the aspect of justice. All right, thank you. Appreciate it. That is not, well, my imaginary friend is not an angel of death or whatever, or justice.
That you know of.
That I know of. Yes, that I know of.
So I rolled a nature check, and like I have a nature of +1, so I'm guessing I'm not super outdoorsy. But like birds are apparently the one thing that I know something about because I rolled a 15.
And what you've seen of birds congregating, it's usually very abnormal to see this many of any bird in one place. You're not quite sure if there's something that had them congregate here for some reason, but it is very unusual to see this many birds throughout the entire hamlet.
What kind of birds are they?
They are magpies.
Magpies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. Can you?
What do we know about magpies?
They are birds that can mimic speech somewhat. They tend to just right now offer songbirds more or less. They're just birds that tend to sing often.
All right. I'm going to say this as Arya. Is it normal for this many birds? Is this normal in towns in this area?
One quick note for you, David. Mortavius has a passive perception of 21.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Just to make sure that you are aware of that if it becomes...
I'm at 18.
personal.
Too, so.
Nathaniel has a 10.
Yep.
He's very self-absorbed. So I kind of imagine like I'm just sort of like going off of this role that I made. Like I'd imagine that like nature is not Nathaniel's thing, but he's sort of like an amateur bird watcher and doesn't really want people to like know. So he starts off like when Arya is like, is it normal for birds to congregate like this? He's just like, oh no, magpies never do this kind of. I mean, like that's what I've heard, right? Like, I mean, I don't. It seems weird.
Can I do it? Can I do a check to see if he's telling the truth?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm just going to too.
What is that, insight?
Like
Would that be,
that would be an insight. Yes. Go ahead and roll that. Deception
Mortavius,
there.
I think, knows.
22 insight.
By the way, on Twitch, Retsev says, "Holy moly!" on the passive perception.
I got a 14 for my deception, so I'm pretty sure I'm pretty easy to read. So
yes.
Mortavius quirks an eyebrow at you, but says nothing.
But I believe it, right?
I'm pretty uncomfortable here. I'm going to actually sort of step back a little bit into the shadows and get a little bit stealthy, just in case something's up. So, Nar does pretty well hiding in shadows. She slips into the darkness pretty easily. And fun fact about Nar is colorblind because she is from the Shadowfell. She is half elf mechanically. But for flavor, because in the Shadowfell there is no color, I have taken that on with Nar. She is colorblind. So,
okay.
Yeah. Really good black and white and gray, but not so much anything else. So Nar sort of steps into the shadows a little bit.
All right.
Get stealthy.
Mort will move up a little bit and look around.
As you move up and look around, you do notice to your right on the left of the screen, there is a small livestock pen, or rather large actually, livestock pen that houses about a dozen sheep. They do, however, look very thin and lethargic. You can see easily that the trough, Mortavius, can see easily that the trough has no food in it, and even the water troughs are down to droplets.
Do we see, like...
I'm going to run over and start petting the sheep.
Wait, we saw a kid run off, right?
Yes,
yeah.
you did see a kid dart between,
probably go after that,
dart between buildings.
But we haven't
and then heard
seen...
laughter deeper within.
We haven't seen any other people yet?
No.
Okay.
Was the boy human?
Yes, it was a human child.
I think we should not we go after the kid. Make sure the kid's okay. So I would probably be following that path. I might I'd probably let Mortavius know, hey, I know you saw that, so I'm gonna go check that out.
He says, I'm going to tend to the animals.
All right. And as you
Right.
pet the sheep, it kind of bleats and nibbles at your hand a little hungrily, like perhaps you may have food.
I'm guessing this is a well over here.
Yes.
Is there a bucket? Can I draw up some water to put in the trough?
Yes, indeed. There is water in the well. As you go and draw it up, Nar kind of moves forward between the two houses on the right, where the tree is, and sees a little 11-year-old girl just playing about with the tree, speaking to nothing, just kind of whispering about, searching about the tree.
Oh, Arya, you're gonna have something come up with this girl.
Oh wait, so yes,
What's
wait,
she
does
talking
only
about?
Nar see this?
Yes, as she goes up and follows after the child. And
What's she talking about?
she's trying to find her toy. She's asking the wood spirits to give her toys back.
Hmm.
Nar, are you saying anything to her?
Hello.
She turns around and looks at you, and then kind of giggles and waves. Yes, can I help you?
Are you all right?
Yes, just looking.
Where
Have you-
are your parents?
They're inside sleeping, and it would be
Oh.
good to note that it is about midday.
Not a sleeping time.
Taking a long nap, you know.
You seem to be sleeping. What's
Sleeping,
your
yes.
name?
I'm Etane. Your name?
Yes.
Oh, you're hearing us still, Jen?
Oh,
I know Jen we might have lost her for a second in her audio.
I guess I'm so sorry. I have lost my audio here.
All right. Well, she gets that back. What are the rest of the way? So I'm petting sheep, right? Martavius is feeding the sheep or water.
Yeah, I was bringing over water for them, and next I'm going to go search for food to get them food, which I'm assuming will probably be in the barn over here.
yes.
So,
I'm gonna start wandering around and looking for other people in this village, and keeping an eye on the magpies that appear to be watching us.
The magpies just seem to watch you, staying kind of clear of your way.
Like just me or all of us?
Everybody.
Okay.
Notice that they are definitely giving you birth. When you get close enough that you might kind of disturb them, they kind of fly away. You notice that as you go deeper within, there are other children kind of playing about in groups, small groups, just kind of playing games like tag, hide and seek around the bushes on the outskirts of the hamlet itself. However, you see no adults.
No adults.
So wait, what are they? They're playing? Did you say hide and seek and what else?
Hide and seek, and some are playing hide and seek, some are playing tag. A couple of the older looking ones seem to be playing tag.
Okay, I'm gonna go up to the older look and ask them what are you doing?
As you approach one of the older ones as they're running about, he kind of runs and tries to get away from the other girl chasing after him. And of course he's tagged and says, you made me get tagged.
Oh no, are you injured? Do you need assistance?
No, have you never played tag?
What is tag?
You get touched and then you're it, and you have to touch the other people.
It what?
He says like this and tries to touch your hand.
So I guess what happened? I just got them back.
Oh, so we there was a bunch of kids playing tag, and Arya is trying to have them explain what the hell tag is. She's very confused.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
We've also established that there are a bunch of kids in this town, but we have not seen any adults yet. And the magpies are watching us.
All right, so the kid went to touch me, you said?
Yes, the kid went to touch you.
I'm going to jerk away like he's going to attack me or something.
He completely misses brushing up against you and says, "See, like that. I'm it. You run."
Okay, I turn to the side. Oh, well, yes. Oh, you should run? Okay. And I start running.
And the child chases after you, giggling and laughing.
I'm going to, just for safety, pick up a couple of pebbles and cast Magic Stone on them and have those ready to go in my pocket.
Gotcha.
Just because something is off about this place.
Just a little.
Just a little.
A little strange. Spidey sense of tingling. I'm going to... So Nara picks them up and she kind of mutters an incantation, and all of a sudden she has 3 magic stones ready to go. For the next minute, she may have to recast it if need be.
Okay.
And I'm going to run by Mortavius and Nathaniel excitedly saying, "We're playing tag!" And just run by.
And you see the child run after.
Nathaniel's just like, "Great."
Anything odd in the barn?
When you go into the barn, you notice that there is almost no food left in the barn as well. You do see a sleeping ox, which is much more malnourished and looks dehydrated as well, stabled in the barn.
Okay.
There is enough food still, however, that you could set out at least a couple days worth for the livestock.
Okay. I'll go ahead and do that, and I'll try to make sure that we get all the animals get water, all the animals get food.
Absolutely. As you go into the barn with your insane perception skills, you do notice that the magpies seem to, in the perches of the top of the barn, seem to be singing very quietly an actual sort of song. It goes much as "Children run and children play. We will keep the bad away. Guard the children bright and strong. Felsa will reward our song."
Who reward this song?
And that's being sung in common.
Yes.
You say
Who
Felsa?
to reward this song?
Felsa. Felsa.
Felsa.
Do we know who that is?
Go ahead and roll me an Arcana.
Oh, I'm actually good at that.
Oh, wow.
Well, certainly I'll pass along that the birds seem to be singing something and what they're singing.
Mm-hmm.
Ashlyn Dirth just joined us on YouTube. Says, "Hi, hello. Thank you for watching. Appreciate it."
Perfect. And Aria, as Mortavius speaks this, you notice some of the birds fly away, again, finding a different perch farther away. And Felsa, you've heard of this name. It has some kind of tie with Fae, a greater Fae creature that can and works through poems. You're not certain exactly what it is, but you do know that she, if you remember correctly, you're not quite certain you do, but she is called the Slumbering Queen.
Okay, I will look to the side and then pretend that Tyrael relayed all this information to me, and then tell you guys.
Okay, Mort's going straight for one of the houses.
Yeah, I think Nathaniel is too.
Get the door
Nara's
open.
not particularly afraid of falling asleep anytime soon, so I'm on my way in.
All right. As you split up into groups of 2, each 2 and 2, it looks like you each go into a house. You find that it's fairly disheveled, as in lived in by children who have definitely not been under watch for quite a few days, a couple days at the very least. There are 2 parents or adults, you would assume would be the parents, sleeping on the beds, just as if they never woke up.
And are probably wasting away.
Is there dust all over the area?
Well, there's not a lot of dust. There is some. It doesn't look like there's been a long time of the house not being disturbed, but there is some dust settling.
Okay, so we're looking at weeks, not months. Yeah. Best guess.
Or possibly days. Although I guess if the animals got malnourished, it'd have to be several days. I'm going to try and wake up the parents in the house that I'm in.
All right. As you shake them and try to disturb them, they seem not to wake at all.
That's more or less what I thought was going to happen. I'm going to start playing the bagpipes next to them.
Your loud bagpipe playing doesn't even seem to disturb them.
As he plays to wake the dead.
Because of what happened with Arya's mother, she's going to be very disturbed by this. And I guess let's say you guys. Oh no! What is? Are they dead? What's happened to these children's parents?
No, they're not dead, but they're definitely.
Does anyone have an ability to see if they have been? I mean, clearly they're very asleep, but are they? Have they been magically put to sleep here, or do you think this is a poison? What do you think is happening here?
Given time, I could determine that, but given that we have singing magpies in the air, I'm going to lean heavily on the side of enchanted sleep.
Wow. Is there anything we can do about that?
David, I have telepathy. Can I try to
Yes.
mentally communicate with the sleeping?
Absolutely.
Let me try reconnecting my audio. Apparently it's lagging.
Okay, thanks, Jen. All right. I'm not going to tell them. I'm just going to try to, in my mind.
As you try to connect with them, you notice that it is almost like speaking to a wall. There is nothing that seems to be going on. More like akin to a coma versus your natural sleep.
Oh, more like a coma, you said?
Yeah, more like a coma than something of a natural sleep.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll tell you guys then that, or Mortavius and Narvi. I just tried to speak to their minds, but I can't get anything back.
Can't get anything back.
That wasn't. I mean, that fits with everything else so far.
It does. Did the children tell us anything else?
Not yet. The one that was chasing Arya does say, however, that he knows what happens, and he kind of lowers his voice some to Arya and says, "It was my sister, Iten. She learned how to do magic and read a strange scroll a couple weeks ago, and everyone over 15 just fell asleep. I don't know if she meant to do it, but it's been fun."
Oh, where do you have this scroll still?
No, I don't have it anymore. She might know where it's at.
Can you take us to your sister?
Yeah. He motions out the door. Come. She's this way, and kind of patters off towards the girl who was looking for her toys.
Has Iten always been interested in magic, or was this a new fascination for her?
He turns. Kind of new. Not too long ago. Maybe a month or two ish.
Mm.
You can go ahead and roll me that insight if you'd like.
Oh, let's do that.
Okay.
I'll take it.
Jeez.
Is there to click it on the character sheet, or is it just a flat roll?
On the character sheet.
Just click the name of the skill and it'll roll it.
Alpha Fortress on YouTube says, "So when you get the scroll, read it backwards and see if that works."
Oh, that works.
Yes. Arya, being the trusting woman she is, really believes that this boy is telling the truth. However, you can tell he really is spinning something here. It's really not. He's not quite sure maybe what he's saying. He might be spinning an entire fib. He believes probably some of it, but some of it he's really embellishing, of course.
Nar is gonna sort of drop her disguise a little bit, and her eyes are gonna flash black, and she's going to look pretty scary because that happens when that happens. And she's gonna say, "You should tell us the truth."
Go ahead and roll me that intimidate.
Well, I was going to go a different route, but okay. Let's scare the kid.
The truth.
Oh, man.
What do you mean the truth? Tyrael says he's obviously telling the truth.
And Nara looks at Tyrael with her eyes black and goes, "Really?" Looks back at the kid.
He says, I don't know what happened. Ask Attain. And he kind of backs up a little bit before pedaling away a little farther.
And Nara goes back to normal. She says, "Thank you for telling us the truth. We appreciate it. You're very, very nice."
And the boy now gives you a little bit more room while looking about, kind of.
Yeah. Once in a while, you have
curious.
to slow down.
Well, let's follow the boy and hopefully get some answers.
You do see the little girl he identified as his sister, still rummaging about, mumbling about the wood spirits hiding her toys all the time.
Hmm. And this is Etane?
Etane, yes.
Hello, Etane.
She turns around and gives you a smile. Yes, hi. Have you seen the toys yet?
What toys are you missing?
I'm missing my little wooden horse. My father carved it out for me.
Oh. When was the last time you saw it?
It was a couple days ago, I think. It's. My mom told me that there were the wood spirits in the toys, and they keep running away.
They keep running away? That's not what toys normally do.
Well, no, these are special toys. They have the spirits of the woods in them.
Oh. How did they get the spirits of the woods in them?
I don't know. My mom just told me they were in there. My mommy just told me they were in there.
Oh. Well, we heard that you had been playing with some magic recently. That's something that maybe they were afraid of that.
No, I don't play with magic. Just my magical toys. And sometimes they decide to wake up and run away.
Was there a magical toy?
That's not what your brother was telling.
Oh, what did he say?
He said that you found a scroll the other day.
I haven't found any scrolls. He's such a fibber.
Okay.
Jen, we just lost your video, by the way.
Okay.
But Brian, what do you want to do?
Hey, Brian's got a 20 on insight.
Yeah, I got a nat 20 on insight.
She does believe that there are wood spirits in her toys. She definitely does not do anything with magic at all, except for the wood spirits in her toys. That is the only magic she knows and believes that she ever has worked with.
Interesting.
What do your toys look? So you've got a toy horse. Are there other toys?
She says, yeah, they're about somewhere. I have a toy sheep as well. Let me, where did it go? She starts rummaging through her skirts and can't seem to find it. It's run off again.
Do they run off often?
They've been running off for a little while now. For a while.
How long?
At least for the
Is
10
what
day.
they always have done, or is this something new that they've been doing?
More recent.
At least for the 10 days.
Did it happen after you read the scroll?
When did...
I didn't read any scroll. Ian's being a liar.
What?
She kind of looks in his direction kind of angrily.
Can I... does it seem like she's telling the truth?
Yes, it seems very much that she is telling the truth.
I look at Ian and I say, Ian,
He kind of just...
why did you tell us?
He walks away quietly, keeping an eye on you, but moving away.
I'm gonna...
I'll take a step towards him.
And I'm gonna sort of come up, like, behind him to sort of block him from getting away.
As he bumps into Nathaniel, he turns around and lets out a kind of, hi, I'm, because I didn't want her to find her toys.
Why don't you want her to find her toys?
Because maybe if the wood spirits go away, our parents will wake up. I don't know.
Was there a scroll?
No, there was no scroll.
But you know where the toys are.
Yes, he seems reluctant to tell you, but given this situation...
Did you steal the toys?
I didn't steal them. I hid them.
Take us to the toys. We may be able to help your parents.
Okay. He goes over past the field here into the wheat field to your right and begins rummaging around in the wheat until he comes up with the carving of the horse.
Okay. Take a look at it.
It seems to be much of a normal carving of a horse. Go ahead and roll me an Arcana if you want to see, or Nature, to see if there is any sort of spirits within it.
Yeah, not my area of expertise.
Mine apparently either.
Oh, wow.
Whew. Well, we are not finding much.
The best,
all right.
I got the best is 14, which is...
I feel like my Arcana is so bad that I mistake the horse for, like, a cow. I'm like, isn't there supposed to be, like, a statue of a horse? Like, that's a cow, right?
Arya can tell fairly easily that there is no such bindings or anything that would even keep a spirit to this toy. It is likely a story her mother just told her to lead into
People responsible for her stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, a story that she told for what?
Just to keep fanciful dreams of a child, and likely keep her responsible for her toys. Make sure she takes care of them.
Fairy tales.
Would a town... Who would want to put anyone over the age of 15? Who would want only children running around? What would that serve?
I'm gonna kneel down in front of Ian and be like, listen, Ian, my dude. How long ago did everyone fall asleep?
He looks around a little shiftily and looks at each one of you and leans in a little closer to you, Nathaniel, and says, "It was about a week ago now?"
About a week ago. And do you remember anything weird happening other than everyone falling asleep?
No, the birds.
Have the birds been around for about the same amount of time?
I think so.
And they've been here the whole time?
As he's talking to you, though, he's really not focusing on you and still looking around very warily.
Okay, yeah,
I'm going to start looking around too. Like, what's he looking at?
He doesn't seem to be looking at anything particular, just keeping a very close eye on his surroundings.
I'm going to try and sort of like focus his attention on me. Just kind of like, hey, over here, bud.
Mhm.
And just be like, listen, we're trying to help. But we need your help in order to help you guys. You're clearly afraid of something. What are you afraid of?
Not really afraid, just that it's going to end. It's fun. We don't want it fun to end.
It's fun, sure, until you realize that you can't grow food and you run out of things to eat.
Wait, what? We have food. We won't run out of food. We can grow our food still, right?
Okay.
When's the last time you fed your sheep?
When's the last time you fed your parents?
Oh.
When's the last time you fed yourself?
I ate today. It was a good breakfast. It was good porridge. I can do porridge a little bit.
All your animals in the barn were starving to death. No food, no water.
Oh.
I'm guessing your parents aren't eating while they're asleep.
No, they don't need to eat. They'll be fine.
Need to eat.
No, they'll be fine. They're supposed to be fine.
They're supposed to be fine. Says who?
Who said that?
Well, that was what was supposed to happen. What we did is we dreamed of an old sleeping woman, and she taught us this poem. And then we were told after we recited it that we could have all the fun we wanted.
And you recited the poem.
Well, yeah. And then the trapper came.
One should be cautious of the agreements one makes until they know all of the terms, Ian.
Tell me about this trapper.
The trappers came. They're out in the woods right now, kind of away. They haven't come back though. I wonder if they fell asleep too. But Lillian, she's been nice. She's been having fun with us.
Who's that?
Who?
Lillian.
Lillian.
Who's Lillian?
She's the trapper's daughter. She's around my age and around Etaine's age.
So she's been coming from wherever the trappers are and having fun with you.
She came in, yeah, and she's waiting for her parents to come back. Maybe they fell asleep too.
Where is Lillian staying? Where is Lillian staying?
I can show you. She's over here. He doesn't run, rather, but he moves quickly and expeditiously motioning you to come along to make sure you're following to another house towards the end of the rows here. The smaller house here.
The one to the east across the way?
The one small one at the very bottom down there.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
There you go. All right. And he says, she's kind of just in there playing with Orem. They're playing right now.
Yes, I agree. This kid is really stupid.
Why don't you come in with us, Ian? You seem like a very smart boy. Why don't you come in with us? Help us.
Okay.
Help us talk to them. Okay.
Okay. He goes into the house with you. You do see Lillian. She looks to be about 8, maybe 9, playing with Orem and another girl around her age. Orem being the boy, very young. They just seem to be playing with toys.
Okay.
Do any of the toys they're playing with seem to match the description of Etaine's?
No, they do not.
Toys? Okay.
In fact, they do look to be of much less quality make than Etaine's toys.
Okay.
Okay.
Jen, your audio is a little rough, just to let you know. We can hear you. If you have
let me see if
anything
I can
else
find
to
another
try,
headset. Yeah, let me see if I can grab another headset. One sec, guys. Sorry about that.
All right, so Lillian is her name, and
Yes, and he points out Ian does point out the Lillian to you and says, that's Lillian, that's Ariane, and that's Orem, pointing to the little boy as Orem. One of the other girls is Ariane and Lillian.
Okay. So Ariane and Orem are from the village? And
Yes.
Lillian is the trapper's daughter?
Trapper's daughter, yes.
Okay. Lillian, do you know where your parents are?
She looks over when you call her name and looks at you and looks kind of behind you and says, no, they went out trapping. I don't know where they are anymore.
She looks kind of behind me?
Yeah, just to see if anything else is out there behind you. Perhaps her parents might be there or not.
Do you know which way they went?
I remember that they went that way, I think, and she points kind of to the east.
Wait, so
she doesn't seem sure.
We've established she has what? It's two. Her parents are both trappers.
Yes. Yeah. Both her parents have left, and she was here.
And she's waiting to locate them if we can.
I don't know that any of us have any kind of like tracking ability. No.
I sure don't.
No, I'm useless on that front.
Have your parents ever used magic before?
No, they're just trappers. Orem does take this opportunity to get up from playing and leave you to your questioning of Lillian as he tries to slip out the door.
I'm gonna run over and hit him and say, "Tag, you're it."
He kind of jumps when you hit him, and he looks at you and says, "What? I'm not playing tag."
What are you doing? You were running away. Obviously, you're playing tag. That's what it was explained to me.
He looks to the other children in the room, and then looks to the adult figures in the rooms, very confused.
Where are you going if you're not playing tag?
I was gonna go. I was done playing a while ago. I was bored.
Where are you going?
He doesn't seem to be telling the whole truth.
Okay, can I do this?
Who's not telling the whole truth? Orem?
Orem, yes.
You seem like such a nice boy. You should. Why don't you want to tell us what's happening?
All right.
So sorry, this is a long one, but because it's all together. But if you look at the exacting query.
Yep.
Okay, if he fails the intelligence saving throw, he has to truthfully answer one question. I ask him via telepathy.
Perfect.
My save DC is 14.
Definite fail.
Yeah.
3. Yep, that's he's not getting out of it.
What is this question?
So, where are you really going?
He wants to go away from Lillian because he doesn't like her.
So that was in my mind.
He's afraid.
Right?
Yeah. That was telepathically to you.
What were you saying? He's afraid
of Lillian. He doesn't want to be with her, play with her anymore.
Okay, so
he is.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, good. You're good. He is also seems kind of sad.
Okay, I'm going to use my. If you go to the top of that same thing, I have a psychic. If I do my psychic focus in this discipline,
Yes.
I can talk to up to 6 different people. So the rest of these guys, these other 3 people, Nar, Nathaniel, and Ratavius, I'm going to communicate that through my mind what he said to them. So only they hear it, though. That he's afraid of.
So I'm gonna.
They can communicate back with me then, right? As well, when I set this.
I would assume so. It looks like that it is a 2-way.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna go with Orin. I'm kind of bored too. I'll be back, and I'm gonna try and like take Orin aside, like somewhere sort of out of earshot of Lelyn, and like initially I'm not gonna like question him. I'm gonna try and like I'm gonna take out my lute, and I'm gonna play for him, and like ask him questions about like what he likes to do and what his favorite part of living in town is, and all that kind of stuff. Just kind of like get to know the kid a little bit and put him at ease.
From what you gather from him, he liked to help his parents take care of the sheep and livestock. He didn't know much about doing it yet, being a very young boy, but he was helping out, and he liked helping out his father and his mother when she would help out as well with the daily tasks of taking care of the livestock. He actually does kind of confide that he misses his parents not being awake anymore.
Okay.
By the way, let me just share in the chat real quick. Listeners on YouTube said, you need to ask those birds more. They might give you a clue to what's going on. And
If only we could talk to birds.
Yeah. If only we had a druid.
Midori K says, just made a Roll20 account looking to use it for tabletop. What do I need for starter 5e content?
Well, the SRD is already on Roll20, so there's a whole lot of content already available for free for you. If you hit that I in a circle, it'll have access to anything that is SRD material. Beyond that, you'll need to buy any books that you want.
The character sheet's pretty robust too. It's you can click on like skills and it'll roll the skill for you, and you can drag stuff from the SRD material onto your character sheet to like add items and spells and stuff like that.
Yeah.
As a DM, you can use those same tools that they're using to create your own characters that they can't, or monsters that they can't see, and use that same tool to do exactly the same thing. Make sure the monsters are ready and to go and roll for you.
Yes.
Yeah, and there's a lot of public content as well. If you look on Reddit or any of the other forums, there's lots of published original content that people have created for Roll20. So maps and adventures and monsters and all sorts of goodies.
Yeah, so Midori, if you just create a Dungeons and Dragons game in Roll20 just as a test, you can just start playing around with all that stuff. And like they're talking about.
Yeah, and they just Roll20 is going to be rolling out an actual character generator soon.
Oh yeah.
For and that's going to include the stuff in the SRD, and I imagine that's going to be leading up to them releasing like the D&D Player's Handbook and stuff on Roll20, so that when you buy the books, it integrates into their character builder.
That's super cool.
Nice.
That'd be pretty.
Thanks for the question. Yeah, keep those questions coming, guys.
Great question.
So yeah, I'm gonna when I feel like I've sort of put Orin at ease a little bit and like calmed him down, I'm gonna ask him why he's afraid of Lelyn.
He said because Lelyn said that we must never wake up our parents because they'll be really angry with us. And since the parents have to be awake to be angry, if we just don't do another verse to the poem, they'll never wake up.
So completing the poem wakes them up?
That's what she said.
Okay.
And they'll be really angry.
Well, they might be angry, but anger passes.
That's true.
Like, I'm really angry all the time. Are you afraid of me?
Not right now. Should I
Yeah.
be?
No.
You should be. He looks like a demon.
Yeah, but I'm an artistic demon.
That makes everything better.
Right. Listen, like your parents might be angry for a little while, but you miss them, right?
I really do. I really do miss them.
Yeah, and I mean, you're not going to get them back unless you wake them up.
As you say this, Mortavius and let me double check Nathaniel here. Everyone, except for Nathaniel. You
Passive
do
perception,
wait.
yes.
Before that happens, I wanted to, while we were doing the conversation mentally with Arya,
Yes.
I wanted to ask if we thought that Lillian was going to be a threat.
Well, I was saying keeping an eye on Lillian.
Because if that's the case, I would like to put a hex on her. Just.
I'm gonna hex this 8-year-old girl.
It doesn't do anything
Just
to her unless I attack her.
Exactly.
just for precautionary
getting
purposes.
that curse ready. Yeah, because if we think she's going to turn around, I'm sorry. How I survive is by being careful. And
What?
this is
Yes. Yes,
Deeply
I agree.
threatened by preteen girls.
of all of us, I am the only one who has actually been a preteen girl. And
This is fair.
you should be cautious. They are the nastiest. They can be. They can also be wonderful, but they can be the meanest creatures on the planet. So.
Yes, that does seem rather extreme, though.
Well, if it seems that that's who the children are all afraid of, though, so I may think I can move it if I don't end up needing it there. But
You put a hex curse upon.
no, only if she's
Then you all hear.
only if she dies.
You
But
do
if we
hear-
take a short rest, I can change it up, so it's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and throw that on her just
in case.
in case. If we have enough children that are afraid of her.
So far, just Orem has shown fear. Everybody else,
Is everyone else is just uncomfortable?
Ian's a little uncomfortable, but the rest don't seem to be that uncomfortable.
Okay.
I wonder if the kids are also sort of under a spell of some sort.
I think it's possible.
Very possible.
But it sounds like we need this last verse.
But as you are talking, and Nathaniel has been speaking to Orem, a loud, well, I say loud. For you, it sounds like a unusual crashing and pop from the outside. It is very hard for Nathaniel to miss, as around him these goblinoid-looking creatures simply step out of nothingness.
Oh.
Well,
Go
Are you
ahead,
making friends again?
give me that
Oh, wait,
initiative?
are we all seeing these goblins, right?
Yes.
oh,
What what
oh,
are these?
I am far too busy playing my lute to react to this.
You're looking at them. Don't you mess up my song.
I'm just like, listen, hold on, I just got to finish this verse before I.
And of course,
This is the best part of the song.
Orem lets out a loud cry of complete shock and terror.
All right, well. See, this is why I need to see trouble coming way ahead of time.
So just BT dubs, your bard is completely surrounded by bad guys. I may not be equipped for this. Although
Nathaniel, do you require assistance?
No, I'm fine.
Okay. I completely believe that.
Next time you roll initiative, highlight your token first.
Oh.
And when you roll it, it'll automatically add you to the turn tracker.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's a little trick. Listeners Bay in the chat says the creatures look like shrimp. I guess from a top-down view, they kind of do.
Yeah. Let's kill these devil shrimp.
Yeah, these attacking shrimp.
They do kind of look like shrimp. I can see that.
Yeah, no, I can definitely see it too.
Why did it have to be shellfish?
Oh, shellfish. Whatever. So Nar goes ahead and unsheaths her blade. Now, Nar's blade is a rapier. It is. It looks like it's. If you've ever seen, folded Japanese steel, that really beautiful layered swirling stuff. It's that, but it's dark. It's so dark it seems to suck the light out of the room, and it looks like it's full of shadows. So she pulls her rapier, and he's ready to go.
Nice.
Yeah.
Perfect. Nar was quick on her toes and able to react upon their appearance.
I mean, Nar is like hexing little girls and just ready to stab people at a moment's notice.
It's true. I never said I was even cute. Doing here. I can't get them out of there, so
I'm guessing is the figure over here the little boy?
No, that would be one that looks actually slightly different than the other four. So they look very hunched. They look something like they could be goblinoid, but are very warped looking goblinoids. If you want to roll nature on them,
all these
this
skills
other
I
one
don't have.
This one on the side has they seem to exude some sort of slime that glistens on them.
Chris Hadley just joined us in the YouTube chat. He says, yes, they definitely look like shrimp, maybe crabs. And then Victor says, maybe try tossing out candy instead.
So it looks like I have the highest nature right now with 13.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, we're dealing with the Fae.
I'm kind of useless with it, I think.
Yes, it is a creature of the Fae. Actually, Nathaniel, you would know them.
Oh,
and Nar. Wow.
Sure. Wow.
Both of you know them as
modifier.
You know them as what are called boggles.
Okay.
These goblins are called boggles? Or goblin-like creatures?
Yes. The goblinoid creatures are boggles. They are Fae creatures that exude some oily texture to their skin. It can either be sticky or very slippery, and they use this very much to their advantage. They are usually very trickster-like Fae and tend to create disturbances in the planar fabric as they can try to go between planes or shorten distances from one point to another.
I want in on that. I want in on that so much right now.
I shout to the group. I'm like, watch out. They're boggles. They're super gross.
Now, Nar, you realize the one over here.
Are they grosser than you?
Hey, listen, I know I haven't bathed in a few days, but...
I'm sorry,
Tyrael says you should definitely take a bath.
I'm sorry, I realized that what?
Sorry, no, the one farthest off, the one that looks very odd from the others, looks a little bit different, still exudes a sliminess to him, but seems to not be completely within the material plane. They are what is called a body snatcher, which means they do have the ability to kind of control their body by using and merging through planar disturbances with a person.
Okay.
By the way, I just noticed a few minutes ago on Twitter, Alex Martin tweeted in, yeah, hex the 8-year-old girl. Better safe than sorry. So there you go. You have some support there.
You never know. You never know. You got to remember, Nar spent some time in the Shadowfell. That's, you trust no one.
8-year-old girls are way more dangerous in the Shadowfell than
They
they are.
really
in
are.
Imperial
They
Point.
really are.
Is there anything that's not dangerous in the Shadowfell?
No, not really.
Actually, so wait, Nathaniel, you shouted out that's Boggles, watch out or something, right? Or they're gross?
The Boggles, they're super gross.
Oh, actually, I'll ask, are Boggles dangerous?
Probably, maybe. I don't know. Let's kill him.
What? Why would we kill something we don't know?
I'd imagine while we're shouting back and forth,
They
they're
do
probably
look very menacing.
getting ready to attack us.
Yes.
Hold,
Nar.
please. We're having a discussion.
But it's
Nar,
okay
you're
because they're all pointing at Nathaniel.
Yeah, I'll actually say they don't seem to be threatening me.
Okay, so may I start this off?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to cutting action disengage. I am going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I am going to booming blade on this guy. So I make a weapon attack. I'm not sure it's entered in Roll20 correctly. It's a kind of tricky one with the Roll20 goodies, but let's see here.
Oh, I am sorry. I did not get a chance to go in and try to fix that.
Yeah, so I may need to do this differently. So it's going to be my weapon attack plus 1d8, and then if it decides to move, then it's going to get another 2d8 of damage if it moves on it.
Gotcha.
So what's the easiest way for me to do this? Just roll a weapon attack and then add a d8 to it?
Yeah.
That would work.
You also, if you edit an actual weapon attack, you can add dice and list, like a secondary set of dice for damage to it.
Oh, okay, so just like throw another rapier attack up there.
Like if you hit the little gear on the weapon attack,
yeah,
it'll open it up and it'll say there's damage and there's one type of damage and then there's damage 2. And so you can add a totally separate die and type of damage and everything in there.
Okay. Let's drag it onto the character sheet.
And again, if you're watching, folks, we're doing this as part of Roll20CON, which is to raise money for Take This, a really cool charity that helps provide education for the prevention of mental illness. There's a link on your screen right now, roll20.net/con. If you can support them, that would be awesome. Really appreciate it. And if you just joined us, we're playing Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, and we're going to be playing Conan a little later tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern. Listeners May in the YouTube says, just jump on them and ride them like a bull. That's interesting advice.
But they're slimy. Ew.
I just said they're super gross.
Are they like small creatures?
Yes, they are pretty much the size of a goblin. Just look a little bit more warped than your typical goblin.
Oh, good. Like, because normal goblins don't look bad enough.
Yeah, exactly.
One quick question for me though, is Oren threatened at the moment?
By me?
No. By the
they don't.
No, that's
like, or actually, our biggest
Sloan.
concern is if Nar is going to kill somebody, not the goblins.
Not usually.
No, Orem is not. Their attention is not on the child.
Okay.
It is very much on your bard.
If Nar starts threatening the child, it's going to be, Nar, the Raven Queen does not require us to kill everyone. It doesn't work that way.
Okay. Fair enough. Fine. Okay, I'm just opening.
I
my
will be
character
right
sheet.
back. A mastiff wants out.
Oh, no.
Okay, I gotta actually, yeah, I'll be back as well because there's a couple people before us, right? Yeah. Okay, we'll be right back.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and make that attack. Then I think this should work,
Okay.
and then it will be marked. If it does take a move after this, it will take a 2d8 of damage on top of that as a penalty. So that's a 27 to hit.
That would be a definite. That's a 20, actually. That is a crit. Oh.
There we go. Yes, it is.
Well.
Sweet.
Oh, that's going to be messy.
So.
Yikes.
Now I get to see how many hit points these things have.
Not enough. She's a swashbuckler.
We'll see how much hit points they have. Yeah.
She gets sneak attack, and that's going to be
I,
double.
I do get sneak attack. So
You
I
do,
should get-
indeed.
this I have not set up the crits for though. So the crits.
That's
should
fine.
be-
You can roll it. You can just roll it twice.
Okay.
Click it once and then click again,
And then I just click the damage for it twice, right?
yeah.
No,
Oh,
it's-
okay, in the actual little chat, highlight rapier with booming blade.
there we go.
There you go.
Oh.
And then I also get a sneak attack on there. So that should be here.
Oh my. Yeah.
So
Double
that all did the.
So that's 2d6. Oh, I need to make a thing for that.
We also need double that damage there. Yeah. I was going to add the hit points, but I may not want to.
2d6.
There's a boom and a splatter.
Yep.
Oh man.
Seven.
Weren't there like 5 of them a second ago?
I don't know what you're talking about.
So that's 11 on top of the initial.
Let's see here. Wow.
The 10, 7, 17 plus. So 28. 28? That can be right.
You're missing the
And
My sneak attack, I get.
D8 of rapier and the D8 of thunder still.
no,
Or does
no,
the thunder?
So
It-
the,
it did
the,
roll
the
both.
rapier, the 5 plus 2. That's
Well,
7.
for
Oh,
a
I get
crit.
a second for a crit. Oh my god.
no, wait. It did the crit. So the 5 is the original. The plus 2 is the extra die for the crit.
Okay.
Oh.
Then, yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, gotcha.
Okay, so that was right. Okay.
Yeah, that
So
was right.
7 plus 10, 17 plus the sneak attack of 11.
28. Okay.
Yeah.
He still lives. Wow.
Oh wow,
Seriously?
it's got more than 28 hit points. Okay,
Anything else I can throw on there?
that's good to know.
And he,
Probably not
That's
feeling
not-
too good about
he
it.
best
It's
not,
not feeling
be
great at
trying
all.
to move anytime soon either. So
Yeah, if he moves, he takes more damage.
yes,
Yeah.
he does, and it will hurt.
Oh no.
That was fun. And I still have a square of movement, so I'll just go ahead. I already disengaged this turn, so
You disengaged, you attacked. You could.
Yeah.
what level are you?
I'm level 5. So
I believe.
but I attacked him, so you can't make any opportunity attacks on me. So because of rakish audacity or fancy footwork, I mean. So I'm gonna move out, and I'm there, and I'm done.
Perfect.
Shiny.
All right.
That was fun.
Wow. Let me actually put this in here real quick.
What'd you do? Did you kill one of them?
Just
Not
about.
quite.
Just about. She came up behind the one that looked like quite a bit different than the other, or I say quite a bit different, slightly different than the rest, and stabbed him right through the chest, barely missing what would probably be vital organs, as he kind of lurches forward, squealing out.
But because boggles are super gross, their vital organs are in weird positions.
Yes.
So, like, she stabbed him through what should be his heart, but it was actually his bowels.
Gross.
And a nice foul smell seeps out.
I told you, they're super gross.
They are super gross.
The boggles then look about. One Oh wow. Go ahead and roll your damage here for the body snatcher as it creeps
For the booming
towards
blade?
you. Yep, booming blade damage.
Okay, so that's 2d8.
I'm gonna laugh if it drops.
That's gonna be hilarious. I'm gonna kill you.
What was it? What is that? That killing strike in Kill Bill? 5 steps and then die.
Yeah.
This
So
would be
8.
1. 8. He lurches forward as a thunderous boom goes out. He seems to have clinging barely to life.
Darn.
Jen, did you? I just noticed here. You rolled 3 criticals in a row.
No, it was
1 critical.
it was 1 critical.
Okay.
1 critical and a
yikes.
repeat of it.
Oh, okay. I was like, yikes, 3 in a row. That's crazy.
You know where I come from? If you roll 3 criticals in a row, that's called a turducken.
Oh, nice.
Oh. And he reaches out for you to try and grab hold of you.
They're super gross. Don't let them touch you.
Nathaniel's really obsessed with the grossness of
You'll never get the smell out of your clothes.
You may certainly try.
He's like, I was at
Listen,
this performance once, and these boggles.
I had a bad experience with the boggle roadie once. I had a bad experience. We'll just leave it at that.
A 17
7.
AC.
That will hit just barely.
His
Oh,
viscous
darn.
oil clings to you. Is super sticky and gross as he seems to fade out of existence. Go ahead and roll me a wisdom save.
They come from the bog of the eternal stench.
Oh, look at that.
That would be a crit.
God.
Damn, you with the crits.
That's a good
As
number.
the creature starts to fade out, he comes back into existence and looks at you very confused. He's
like, that's never failed before.
and she's. I'm thinking, dude, don't even try.
It's like, don't worry, it happens to
I
everyone.
know all of these tricks. Don't even go there.
Can we know what he was gonna do?
I wipe a little bit of slime
Yes.
off of my shoulder. And I flick it at him.
She felt him try to almost puppeteer her from the other plane
I see. Sneaky.
Yeah.
as she ripped the connection, and the goo still sticks to her, but his hand does not.
That's right.
Then the other typical boggles, 2 of them turn around from Nathaniel.
Oh, good. They're not all going to attack me.
One,
I was hoping they would.
Arya.
Hey, he's going to take an attack of opportunity from you.
Oh, nice. Good thing I can hit him with my loot.
In the YouTube chat, Chris Hadley says, I hear boggles call static cling. Boggles the mind, doesn't it? All right.
Oh.
Like,
So if he... Wait, does he take an... He's only moving...
He moved
5
out of
feet.
your threatened space.
Moved out of threat range. You get
He didn't shift?
No, because not unless he's not planning on attacking Arya.
Nope, he is attacking Arya.
That's okay. He's safe. Don't worry.
He's safe.
Don't worry. He is under no threat whatsoever from me. I'm just being super chill right
Another
now.
one here.
You trying to juggle the Morning Star out and get the loot put away and just
Right.
can't do it all at
It's an
once.
expensive loot. I'm not just going to toss it on the ground.
All right. The other one goes and closes the distance to Mortavius.
And I only get 1 attack of opportunity per round, right? Because I only get 1 reaction.
Per turn, but yes. Or
Yeah.
per round.
all right, so I'm assuming they're attacking us.
Yes. We will start in order here. We'll go with Arya as the first attack. As it just takes its fist and tries to beat you with it.
They're very direct.
Ah, missed.
And just flails about.
Ooh, that was good luck because I haven't done my thing yet to increase my armor, so that was good. My armor sucked right then.
The other one flails at Mortavius.
Slap it aside with my shield.
Oh, really?
And
You have more than a 17, huh?
Oh,
19.
Holy shit.
Nice.
There's your tank.
Heavy armor with a shield.
And the other two go to pummel your bard.
It's a good thing I'm part barbarian.
Oh,
Oh, you.
oh God.
What?
Oh, 0. You can get a 0?
They've got a -1 strength.
Oh, I was like, how do you get that? Yeah.
For 7 whole damage.
So is that?
Well, no. It's even the 0 would count as 1.
Yeah.
It's a minimum
Okay,
of 1.
so I take 8.
You were smacked across the head in his very accurate flailing by a very tiny fist.
Okay.
This is all a misunderstanding. They just saw a demon menacing a child.
Right, imagine that. They're actually the heroes trying to protect the children.
This is actually the neighborhood watch.
Right.
They're like, that demon is threatening that child with the loot.
Corrupting him with rock music.
Right, exactly. It's the devil's music, plainly.
By the devil himself.
Right. And they've also banned dancing.
Oh.
Well, I mean, I was playing Devil Went Down to Georgia.
How dare you? How dare you?
That's a great song.
Yeah, I think Nathaniel probably plays that song on the bagpipes.
This I hear.
All right, have all the boggles gone?
No, they have gone. Mortavius, you
All
are now
right.
action.
All right. So, okay. So, yeah, can you throw out a spiritual weapon for me?
Yes.
You asking the Raven Queen to do that?
Well, I'm asking David to do it because I can't create a token.
Oh, okay.
What kind of are you looking for? Let's see here. Well, there is.
So what, you can, as a cleric, summon spiritual weapons?
Yeah, basically it's going to be a spectral scythe that comes into existence, and it goes around and attacks who I tell it to attack.
Oh.
Nice.
So you don't even have to hold it, is what you're saying.
Nope.
Here we
Very
go.
nice.
Where would you like it at?
It's not going to hit anybody this round, but it'll swing at the guy who's next to me.
Okay.
And then, because that's a bonus action,
Yeah.
I
He
totally
will,
should have used Infernal Rebuke. Oh well. Or Hellish
point
Rebuke.
at the one that was fighting Nar.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, why did that not work?
Whoa.
On the YouTube chat, by the way, Lister's Mate says, the devil went down to Georgia, has weird finger positions on the fiddle. I know that. He plays the fiddle. So
Yeah.
There you go.
I saw a guy play it on the acoustic guitar once. That was pretty impressive.
Oh, sweet.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I don't know why that messed up. Off. Let's try that. No, that's not.
We found a glitch.
You're speaking in a weird tongue.
Apparently, I must have some sort of setting on this spell that is
So then,
not
oh, yeah.
filling in right. Some setting is off on it.
Well, it did the roll for the weapon, right? Above that?
Well, right. This is a separate spell
Okay.
because spiritual weapon is a bonus action to cast, and so I was casting a cantrip as well. Unfortunately, it's not
but you
doing
can
it.
only cast one spell, even a cantrip, per turn.
Nope. You can
Oh.
cast.
The spiritual weapon, you can do more than.
You can only cast one spell that is not a cantrip.
Cantrips, yeah.
Oh.
So, like, I couldn't do, like, 2 spiritual weapons.
Right.
Because they're both bonus actions and they're
Gotcha.
both actual level spells.
Oh.
So it's something that comes up with
different
the
rule set than I've played with. All good.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You can do that. It comes up more often for the Eldritch Knight.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That makes sense.
Okay. Well, I'm casting Toll the Dead.
Oh, damn. Nice.
A dark bell tolls for the one over here at Nar.
Yeah.
And he needs to make a wisdom saving throw or take 2d12 damage. Because he's already wounded.
Let's get that wisdom saving throw.
Oh, that's a good save.
Oh!
Well,
18.
he passed it then and takes no damage.
Oof.
All right. And then is Mortavius moving at all?
Yeah, let's move over here.
Okay.
I want to make more friends.
All right, and then next up is Arya.
I'm still going to try and figure out what's wrong with this thing.
All right, I just copied. Those are the 2 things I want to do. I want to shift my psychic focus as a bonus action to that, to psychic assault discipline, and then I'm going to use 2 of my psi points. Mystics get psi points. Folks kind of like key points of a monk, except they're a lot higher. So I want to put myself in magical. This is my force discipline. So basically, armor. I'm creating armor around myself. So I get 14 plus my dex modifier for the next 8 hours.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yes.
Wow.
So that's much better than my 13 that I was going with coming in. And that will take up my actions.
Okay.
All right.
And then
So-
Nathaniel.
Somebody remind me, how many bonus actions can I take on my turn?
Just one, right?
Usually just one.
1.
But can I trade like a move action for a bonus action?
No, not usually.
Yeah.
You can trade a full action, a standard action for a move action, but it doesn't work the other way around. It's one
Okay.
bonus action per turn.
Okay. In that case, I'm trying to decide if I want to rage right now or save it for later.
Later,
I realize-
what could happen later that's going to be bad.
Who knows?
So the like if I rage, the real benefit for me right now is that I get resistance to bludgeoning, slashing, piercing. Given that these guys are clustered around me, but it also disables me from using any of my spells.
Nar yells out, "Take these guys!"
All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to actually use my bonus action to pass an inspiration die to Nar.
Cool.
Oh, right.
So that is a D6.
Sweet.
You have it for 10 minutes. You can use it on any one D20 roll, or you can add it to a damage roll. Because I am College of Valor.
Sweet.
Nice.
Gotta love the Valor Bards.
All right, let me reduce that. And then I'm gonna. So that was a bonus action. Is there a good place I can drop a spell that'll? I feel like I'm gonna hit. Oh, maybe there. Yeah, that might be good. All right, so I'm going to cast Shatter,
Oh,
and I'm going to drop it right here, so it hits this guy
And
and this guy.
okay.
And what that looks like is I start strumming on my lute real hard, and then I do that, and it just makes a lot of noise. So here's Shatter. Okay.
All right.
So it's a DC 14 con save for half damage, and they take 19 damage apiece.
All right. Let's see if anybody passes. We'll do that guy. Well.
Oh, wow.
Okay. And
So he'll take, I guess, 9 damage. And the other guy takes the full 19.
this guy takes the full 19, and he just pretty much falls flat to the ground as blood oozes out his ears, his little boggle ears.
Loud music saves lives.
Oh.
There we go. I got it fixed.
He takes
Nice.
9 damage. All right.
And that's
The
my
other one looks injured and clutches his ears, screaming out, but still looks fairly healthy.
I think I'm probably singing "We're Not Going to Take It."
Love it.
And then next up is Nar.
I'm gonna go ahead and move in. Let's see. Go ahead and get in here and take a booming blade attack on Friendo right there.
Oh, flanking.
Yep. Well, and I don't actually even need advantage to use my sneak attack because of Rakish Audacity. So he's the only one within 5 feet of me. He's in trouble. So Rapier with booming blade.
Dear Lord, that's a hit.
Plus my sneak attack. So that will do that. It didn't do my damage for Rapier with booming blade. Why is it not giving me my damage for that? Oh, it is. Sorry. Plus my sneak attack damage. So 6, 14. 16.
All right, well,
So
Brian, I've kicked off a
19
nice...
damage on that. So it's 19 on there.
He, as well, drops as your blade pierces through him and lets out a thunderous roar into him, and he just kind of falls limp on your blade as you pull it out.
Oof.
Sucks to be him, and I will go ahead and finish my move out over here. And get ready to take out the next guy.
All right.
In the live chat, so Brian, you've kicked off a nice discussion about fiddle playing here between Chris and Lister's Maiden in the YouTube chat.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
And I'll call out, Nathaniel, you okay?
I'm good.
Great. Onward.
Ari will say, I still don't know. Why are these boggles attacking us? What is going on?
They're assholes. This is what they do.
The boggle turns from Nathaniel, seeing that you just slain two of his allies, and turns on Nar, flailing about trying to hit her.
Okay.
She's like, that's fine.
That was apparently incredibly accurate today.
This is a very high crit session.
That was accurate flailing.
Yeah, that is nasty.
That is incredible. For
wow.
a total of 10 damage.
Ouch.
As he connects straight with your gut and into your head with one bit of flailing. Or fit of
Critical flailing.
So did they just like run at you flailing their arms?
Pretty
and
much.
Like just hope that they connect. Is that?
That is pretty much exactly.
I
what
guess
they
that's
do.
a fighting style. Like
sort of covering their face. They are fighting very, very well.
To be fair, that's how I fight. So
It's an effective fighting style, apparently. Then the one for Mortavius in front of him continues flailing about, attempting to hit him, and just completely just bashes against his armor and shield.
Oh, he didn't have to move to do that, did he?
No.
Fine. Oops, that was my mistake.
Nope, you're fine. And then the one upon area continues flailing about, trying to hit her.
Ah!
And kind of flops about on the floor.
Yes, I agree. These are very strange creatures.
It's pretending to be a fish. I'm not really sure why.
Well, because it looks like a shrimp. That's why.
There we go. These guys are actually related to seafood.
Actually trying to hit you.
Now, I don't know if this is going to matter or not, but the one over here that fell.
That will matter.
He makes a gesture towards the one on the ground, sending the power of the Raven Queen to spare its life.
So it's unconscious, but alive?
It won't bleed out. Basically, it won't die.
Oh, can you apply that to characters too?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a handy thing.
And unlike for most, Spare the Dying is a normal cantrip, is touch only and is a normal action to use. For the Grave Domain, it has a 30-foot range and it's a bonus action.
Oh, that's nice.
That's impressive.
Oh, it's really nice.
Is nice. I didn't see that bonus action up there.
Yeah. Nice. And normally I'd have to walk over there. No, I don't have to do that.
That's awesome.
And so then the spiritual weapon swings at the guy next to me.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
And I'll pull out my mace and not hit him.
He takes the scythe swiping into him and kind of looks at it confused. He's not quite sure which one of you to really worry about.
The scythe, obviously.
Obviously. Arya, you're up.
Have any of these guys been damaged that are still alive?
Yes, the one on Mortavius.
To his left? Okay.
Yep, to the left of Mortavius.
All right. So I think I'll do this.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Intelligence saving throw.
Yeah. So he has to do an intelligence saving throw. Haha,
That's a fail.
That. All right, so let me do this. So my 5th level, he takes 2d10. And since I have my focus on psychic thing, I get a +2 to damage.
Yep.
Which I did last round. So let me do this. Oh, so that's 17.
He seems to be bleeding out the ears as his eyes just kind of roll back in his head and he falls over.
Nice. Hey, psionics, baby.
All right, and that puts Nathaniel up and ready for
Okay.
action.
Probably don't need the rage at this point. Instead, I think I'm going to. I'm just going to wail on this guy, and I'm going to do so recklessly.
Oh, I keep forgetting
All
you're
right.
part barbarian.
Yeah, yeah. My dad was a bard, but my mom was barbarian.
Nice.
Dad never won the
combination.
arguments.
So let's see. I am smacking him with a Morning Star. That's an 18. 7 damage.
All right.
7
Yes.
whole damage.
He is smacked from the side and kind of behind from Nathaniel and is, wait a minute, I was focusing on Nar. Are you what? He's now confused as to which one to go after. He does not look too injured, but does look like you mangled his arm slightly.
That's right.
That's what he deserves for doing that.
Next up is Nar.
Nar's very compassionate.
So I will go ahead and
She's going to compassionate him right in the guts.
Yeah, still so much compassion that I'm gonna do exactly what I've been doing. Got booming blade him again.
Flowing with compassion.
Do I have advantage on him?
No, you do not have advantage. But
Because
he is the
see, I got
only
him.
enemy within
The only
5
one.
feet.
Yeah.
So you still get your sneak attack.
You know what? I actually am gonna throw. I'm gonna throw my Hexblade's Curse on him, which is not my hex. They're two different things.
Yep.
So this one, if he goes down, I'm gonna get some HP back, which I have a feeling he's gonna do. So that is a bonus action. Then I will go ahead and throw my booming blade on him.
You stabbed him yet again.
I did indeed, and so that's 19 damage. Yeah. And then I will take a lovely step back, which does not get an attack of opportunity, and then I will regain hit points because he has died.
Yep, he drops. Your rapier pierces right through him. It seems like your rapier is very adept at killing these boggles.
Yes, it is. I do enjoy that. So I should get HP equal to my... Oh, and by the way, I crit on a 19 and a 20 on anyone who I have my Hexblade's Curse on. I get proficiency bonus to damage rolls against them as well, so that actually would be more than 19, but it didn't matter. 28, 29. So I'm back to 33. Okay, and yeah, that was fun.
Perfect. The last boggle living decides that maybe this is not such a good idea to have tried to ambush you and makes a break for it.
This is in fact not the hill he wants to die on.
Nope. There's another hill calling his name. Arya, do you have a weapon out?
I have a weapon, but I don't think I wouldn't have had it out because I'm just using my mind. However,
you could always punch him.
I'm trying to decide if I want to do something to stop him psychically.
Mortavius will also get an opportunity attack.
Yeah, except I'm rolling very badly.
All right, I'm going to do...
can I take a ranged opportunity attack with one of my magic stones?
All right, can I do this first? The occluded mind section of this.
Yep.
Can I try to do that on him?
Technically, your psychic powers state that they are an action, not a reaction.
Yes, I was about to say.
This would be a reaction, right?
This would be a reaction.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
And I'm trying to remember if you can with a ranged weapon or not.
No.
I would say no.
Okay.
So he is running.
Well, but we would still, when our turn comes up, we could do something. It's
He is well within range. He is well within range.
Yeah, but first, Mortavius is before me, though, right?
Correct. Mortavius is now up.
Okay.
Ready for action.
Let me take a look at something here.
Did you take your opportunity action on him?
I did, but I missed horribly. Okay. I'm not doing well with the mace today. Let's see here. Yep, that'll work. Okay, so he's how far away?
I'm going to try to not kill him, by the way, if I get to me. I don't know what you're doing, but I'm trying to keep him alive, but do it.
And you might want to make the scythe so I can move it.
Yep. Here, let me give you...
I can't actually control that at the moment.
Why do you need to control the scythe? Control it by...
So, let's see.
There you go. It's now yours.
Well, the scythe comes up. God,
a lot of criticals both ways. This game.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna swing at him again. Instead, since I know he's wounded.
This is really odd. I've never seen a game this way.
Toll the dead. He fails to save. He takes 19 necrotic.
All right. Let's see. And it's a wisdom. Nope, that's a fail. 19 necrotic.
He takes 19 necrotic.
he instantly just drops.
And spare the dying. Is my bonus action.
All right. Keep him from dying and bleeding out.
And I'll move around to the others and see who I can save.
Mm-hmm. The rest look dead.
Okay.
That was quite disgusting. Are all battles like this?
Most of them, yeah.
Oh, how
Are
unpleasant.
significantly worse.
You've seen battle before, Arya, haven't you?
No, when you hang out by yourself in the woods, I don't get much time to battle.
But we've been traveling for some time. Have we not
Actually,
ever?
how long have we been traveling?
In combat?
David, how long have we been traveling together? That's a good question.
Arya could have just recently joined. So you have been traveling for some time, but she may not have seen any combat with you.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Well, we should probably tie these two up.
Then Nar's going to say, Arya, you did a wonderful job. I'm so proud of you. That was so. You showed great strength and great fortitude, and like just showering praise upon her, hoping she'll not freak.
Mortavius, because you're just
thank you. Very
innately.
nice. Yes, I agree. She is very intelligent and astute.
Mortavius, as you are very oddly aware of everything that goes around you, you do notice that Lilin has just simply disappeared, and Orem is cowering behind the tree.
So Lilin has my curse on her. Do I can trace where my magic is, right?
That, you know, she is not anywhere within the town itself. The hamlet.
Oh, good.
Outside of that, you are not sure where
She has
is.
poofed away.
Joy.
I'll walk over to Oren. Are you all right?
He looks around. He's got big, wide eyes. What are those?
Their boggles are super gross.
He says what they are is not able to hurt you.
They're scary.
Many things in
where did
life
they come
are.
from?
That is something we are going to find out.
I think they come from the elemental plane of snot.
The elemental plane of snot. Everyone's favorite plane of existence.
Also super gross.
Maybe we should have challenged them to a game of tag.
You do that next time and see how it works out for you. Tell me all about it.
I will do so based on your suggestion. Thank you.
He looks at them and looks to all of you, and then to Nathaniel. Orem does, and says, "Is this because we did the poem?"
I'm not gonna lie, it's probably related.
Oh no.
Mortavius is going to go over, drag this one over to the other one, and start working at tying them up.
Mm-hmm. You have time to tie them up. You do notice that other children that were not gathering around are gathering about to kind of see what all this commotion was about. You have Ian, Etain, Ariane, another little boy that you had not spoken with yet, as well, has come out to gather about and review what you are doing.
So, just so everybody knows, when Nar took that life with her sword, you saw her sword. The way that sometimes you'll see a creature's eyes glow and flare. Nar's did the opposite. It went really dark, and then you saw some of her wounds heal up and stuff. So she's cleaning now. Now that we're done with combat, she's cleaning her blade and putting it away, and sort of resting up a bit. Do we have enough time to short rest as we're decompressing here?
Absolutely.
Short rests are what I'm best at.
I like them. Considering I have one spell a day.
I am literally very good at short rest because I have Song of Rest.
Yeah.
Which means that if anyone spends a hit die to recover hit points, you get an additional d6 hit points back.
While Nathaniel serenades everybody.
So I pull out my bagpipes and just start playing a dirge, right, to calm everyone down.
Wait, a dirge, isn't that like a funeral thing usually?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm going to go back to the top.
Oh, I'm very depressed now. This makes me think of my mother dying.
I'm going to go ahead and spend one.
I'm also going to spend one.
One hit die.
Ariane goes up to Arya and says, "Your mother died. My father died."
Oh, well, this is this is a little girl.
Yes.
How old is she?
She looks like she could be anywhere from 10 to 12 in that age range.
And what's her name?
Ariane.
Okay.
The one that was playing with Lillian in the house.
Oh, okay. I'll kneel in front of her and say, "Oh, I am so sorry," and I'll very awkwardly kind of hug her because I've been away from some people, so I don't exactly know the right thing to do.
Oh, that's not right.
She'll then get teary-eyed and start kind of hiding her tears into Arya's shoulder.
Did anyone see where Lillian went?
Ariane says she just disappeared.
Like poof, puff of smoke disappeared?
Like was there a minute and not the next.
Very suspicious.
Has she done that before?
No.
I know from my extensive experience with small children that small children don't just do that.
Generally not so much.
Except for the weird ones.
I mean, I guess an Eladrin child might.
Right.
Like, that is kind of what they do. But none of these... My point is none of these children are Eladrin. That we know of.
Orem does talk about the poems being... The poems were bad. They caused all this. And Ariane does let Arya know... Or Ariane does let Arya know that Lillian did when she came. She taught them more poems that they could say.
Oh, I would not say those poems.
Yeah, that would not be a good idea.
They already did.
Oh.
You already still said the poems?
They still have the poem. The first one they dreamed of was Boggle comes and Boggle goes, steals your rings and stamps your toes. Turn around the compass rose. Where it went to, no one knows. The second verse, or the second poem they recited, was, we call upon the sleepy queen who lives in hidden forest green to keep our parents from the sun so that we can have some fun.
Well, let's, Nar goes, and she goes inside the house and, picks up one of the, am I strong enough? No. Is someone who is stronger than me able to help me?
How strong are you?
I'm a 10.
I have a strength of... where's my strength? I have a strength of 14.
14. Could I borrow you for a moment, please?
Sure.
Let's try bringing the parents outdoors, get them some fresh air, and see if that revives them.
All right.
While they're doing that, Ariel asked the girl, "Is there any other poems you recited?"
Yes, there was two more. The next one was, Felsa hears our friendly words. She loves us, so she calls some birds to touch our parents while they sleep and put them into slumber deep.
Oh, that's not creepy at all. Okay. So they're like vampire birds that peck people and take away their wakefulness.
And the last poem?
And the last one was, while we sing and run and dance, the slumbering queen has the chance to call the light of those at rest and send their souls to farthest west.
Oh, goody.
And then we were told if we made another one, the parents would wake, and that wouldn't be good.
No, we need to find the next verse.
You do not have that? You don't have that one to wake them, though?
No, Lillian didn't give us any other verses, any other poems.
Well, I don't know how to tell you this, but Lillian's kind of an asshole. And...
No, I was going to look around and just kind of go, mm-hmm.
And she's been lying to you, and
is that appropriate language to be using around young children?
Listen, my parents. I want
you to think of that and try and do something about it.
My parents fucking swore around me all the time, and I turned out just fine.
What? Oh, I agree, Jadriel. That does explain a lot about him. Do you have any to the little girl? Do you have any idea at all where Lillian might have gone?
No, she was there, and then she just was out of sight. She just kind of quickly faded away.
Well, we have two who might be able to give us some answers once they come around.
This is true. Did anything happen when we brought the parents outside?
Nothing happened. You just brought them outside, laid them on the grass, and they are still slumbering away.
Okay, let's put them back in bed then.
Though in the brighter light, it is easier to notice that they do not look well.
They're like pale and waxy.
Pale and waxing, correct.
Yeah. Well, if we want to wake up one of these boggles, like I can cast Cure Wounds on one of them so that it wakes up quicker.
I could as well. I'm reluctant to burn spells on them if we don't have to. But...
you could also maybe do a medicine check if someone has medicine.
Yes, if you are trained in medicine, I would let you. Yep, go ahead. I would let you at least bring them to life.
In the YouTube chat, by the way, Lister's made it said it's so nice when those spells rhyme.
I will assist in the medicine check.
Oh, yeah.
He don't need no assistance.
He doesn't need any help. Arya knows one thing, and that's medicine and how to keep people alive without magic.
When she was, alone for 7 years or whatever it was, all she had was medical and anatomical textbooks to keep her company. And she meditated on them constantly.
Which one are you going to try to bring to? One of the regular old nasty boggles or the special nasty boggle?
Bring the special back.
Yeah, we'll bring the special one back.
All right.
I'm going to warn everyone about the body jumping thing.
Well, it's tied up
again.
So
it might still be able to disappear.
Yeah, I would be extremely cautious with it. Is there a way to throw a booming blade on it so that it won't, if it does try and do that, but like if it tries to go anywhere, I've readied the action
we can all ready an action.
You can be right above it, and if it tries anything, we are going to smash it.
Yeah.
All right. It kind of seems a little slurred with its words, and goes silent and looks at you, each individually.
I'm gonna hunker down next to it. I'm gonna hunker down next to it and sort of look it in the eye and just be like, listen, there are two ways this goes. You either tell us everything we want to know, or, well, I'm not going to talk about the other way because there are children around.
No, I was going to just go ahead and drop her. Yeah, she's going to make sure the kids can't see, and she's just going to drop the disguise and just be like standing there ready to, if this is going to be a thing, this is going to be a thing. But
and then Ari will pop in and say, the other way is we play tag.
All right. right.
Mortavius looks at it and says, "The other way is I send you to my queen."
My
going on
intimidation.
here.
My intimidation roll is a 16.
16.
Um,
Okay. What? In very, very odd comment, it would sound something like, "Okay, what?"
we want to wake the parents up. How do we wake the parents up?
The final verse.
What's the final verse?
I don't know. You make it.
We make it up?
It's a verse. It's a poem.
So the verse hasn't been written yet.
No, the queen has not written a verse.
Do we need the queen to write the verse, or can we write the verse?
I've never tried without the queen. I've never tried with the queen. I don't know the verse. I don't know any of the verses.
Say I wanted to have a discussion with the queen and talk musical theory and maybe figure out some of the song crafting stuff that she's so good at. Where would I find her?
I don't know. She's not here anymore.
You're really good at pointing out the obvious.
Where did she go?
I think back home.
Where's
How
home?
do we get
know.
to home?
Through the portal. She opens.
Where is the portal, or where is a portal that would take us there?
I don't know. She was here. She'd make us come. We have to protect.
Was Lilin the queen?
Who's Lilin?
The little girl.
The little
who was
girl
here.
who was over there. Describe the girl.
Yeah. Says, yes, queen, yes.
Does she always look like that?
Yes. Queen's maiden.
Let's say for the sake of argument that I decided to write my own verse to call the queen here. Do you think she'd respond?
Yes.
She would. Interesting. All right. You guys got this, right? I'll be right back. Nathaniel goes off and starts writing a verse. Because this is his moment. This is his moment to shine.
You got this.
Actually, while you're doing that, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Why did the queen want to put them to sleep? What did she want? Well, that's non-specific.
It would wake her.
Wake the queen?
Wake the slumbering queen, yes. Yes, wake our slumbering queen.
So the
putting others to
souls.
sleep would.
She's using the souls of the people here to wake the queen.
Yes. She slumbers, needs their power to wake.
Oh, we gotta stop this.
But the sleep of the children she does not need.
No, too young.
But the queen was
Queen's maiden.
queen was here.
Queen's maiden.
The
The
maiden
handmaiden
was here.
was Lilin. Was not the queen herself.
Okay. All right. So we need to call the maiden, the queen's handmaiden to us.
Oh, hey, so there we go. We got some people who are writing verses in the chat. That's good.
Yes.
Nice.
Oh, yes.
Lister's mate in the YouTube chat says, oh, queen, where hast thou been? Come here now so you can be seen.
Ooh.
I like it. Yeah, play by all means, guys. Please feel free to put some verses in there as Brian laboriously writes a verse I see over there. Of his own.
Just don't ask Falco to write them.
Oh yeah, that's from one of our other games we streamed. He was the worst poet ever.
Vogon poetry.
He was giving the Vogons a run for their money.
Yeesh. I'm sorry. So if we need to find the queen, or keep the queen from awakening, we got to track down the handmaiden in theory. She ported away. We don't know where. By using the verse, we can bring her back here.
Oh, Brian.
We want to protect the ravens. Or the magpies.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should. I think perhaps she would not be so pleased if her eyes and ears were disrupted.
Well,
If we're able to drive them off, they're not going to be able to continue to harass the sleeping and keep them under.
Well, we don't know that the looking to the prisoner. Mm-hmm. Are you keeping the adults asleep? Is this part of what you do?
No.
Does the handmaid
verses?
Ooh, that's good, Brian.
Mm.
Thank you.
That's nice.
Too bad though. Singing is going to be so off pitch, off key.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is I actually wrote a decent verse, but I rolled a fucking 10.
Wow. So the performance, the verse is great. The performance execution is not so good.
His instrument breaks.
Nathaniel hasn't recited poetry in a long time, so like he's a little self-conscious.
Before actually we recite that, could we just take a quick break here? As a little bathroom break, drink break.
Yeah.
Yes.
So folks, we'll be back in just a minute, and we'll continue here, and we'll hear Brian's great poetry. So don't go anywhere.
We'll be a bagpipe.
Yeah, we'll be right back, folks. Just a minute.
I can't play the bagpipe and recite poetry at the same time, so one of you guys will have to play the bagpipe.
Okay. All right, we'll be right back.
worried for the next encounter that may or may not happen.
So the only trick is you have to attack after I go. So
Okay.
if it looks like there's something ugly, you may have to delay and go after me.
Okay.
Just wait till the next round.
Or wait till
Yeah.
the next round, yeah. Nobody hit it
Probably
until...
wait for the next round because I am built for
For fast action.
yeah. I'm built to get in there fast. I'm a +8-ish, so
Yeah.
Plus
I'm
8?
+8. Yeah,
Lord.
I get to add because I get to add my charisma modifier to it. It's
Oh my goodness! Wow.
So now you just need the alert feed on top of it.
yeah. Oh man, that would be ridiculous. It would be ridiculous.
All right, folks, we are back. We're just discussing a little strategy there while we were away. So in the chat, in the YouTube chat here, as we were away, listeners may says, "Am I supposed to play my fiddle while they do the verse?" Sure. While Brian does it, you can play your fiddle.
Go for it.
But he also puts
He
another.
needs the help.
He puts it. Listeners may puts another verse in the chat. Dark Queen, arise from thy blight and awaken us with your ugly sight.
I
that.
like that one.
Yeah, that's a good one. Nice job, Anthony.
Nice.
Thank you for watching, folks. Again, I just put the link up there again for Take This, which is the charity Roll20 is supporting. That's what we're doing, Roll20CON here, playing games all night long. We're doing D&D right now. If you just joined us, we're in a little bit of a mystery thing here. And then we're going to do Conan later on tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. All right, back to the action.
All right. So, is everyone ready to call the queen here and see what we can do?
I think it might be a wise idea to get rid of the magpies first.
Okay.
I just don't like having extra eyes on us if we don't need them.
Oh, Nathaniel, aren't you a magpie expert?
No.
That's what
I
Tyrael
don't know
told
what
me.
you're-
Tyrael told me that she is never wrong.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't have an ornithology book.
What is that sticking out of your satchel?
Nothing. That's a band poster.
What's ornithology?
It's a new skill in 5.5. Let's see. How do we get rid of the birds? I have a short bow. We can get rid of them with that.
I have some lovely magical stones.
Wait, we're not going to kill the birds, are we?
No. If
As
there's
you
a
are
five,
talking about the bird's demise, they tend to take purchase farther away from you.
I've heard that birds don't like bagpipes.
It would be in your best interest to leave.
Hey,
I can play the bagpipes really loudly and obnoxiously.
Oh yes, your playing is quite bad. Please do that.
Or perhaps another verse could dismiss them.
Mm-hmm. That's possible.
Fine, I'll go right under the verse.
All right, folks in the chat. Hey, you're supposed to love that. You're the musician.
Nathaniel is secretly tickled. that like his ability to write music and poetry is actually
Has suddenly become critical.
I've been training all my life for this.
Finally, it's happened. So, folks in the chat now, you can write verses for getting birds to go away, magpies to fly away.
Sweet. So, yeah, let's get going on this.
Does say, make them wake. Make them wake. They go away.
Make who wake?
The peoples.
If we make the birds go away.
No.
No. If we wake the people, the birds will leave.
Okay. Well then,
More reason to be.
But we can't wake the people without the queen, correct?
so all of this comes down to the queen.
Wait,
I don't think so. I've never made verse. They had no queen win verse before. They had no queen, but I've not done it.
So let's.
I guess the question is, could a verse wake the parents?
Yeah, should we try that first?
Before we try calling something of unknown power.
Yeah.
Truth.
It's not going to hurt, right?
I mean, it'll either work or it won't,
Yeah.
and
Unless,
That
of course,
might be-
we recall the parent spirits, and we call back something instead that we were not looking for. Unintended consequences have been known to happen.
Nathaniel, we have another verse for you to write.
Actually,
I'm still writing the last one.
I probably would not have said that, to be honest, with my wisdom. And
Write a
intelligence.
verse to wake up the parents. What's taking so long?
Genius doesn't just happen.
you rush a miracle, man, you get rotten miracles.
Yeah, rotten
Exactly.
miracles.
Exactly.
Will this take as long as I spent out in the woods by myself?
Why did you choose to spend so long in the woods by yourself? You could have so easily found another town.
No, but the villagers from those towns thought we were evil, and they wanted to kill me, and they killed my mother, so I was afraid to go anywhere else again.
I suppose that's understandable. You could have
cries
always
out,
just
"You're not
disguised yourself.
And I was only 13.
Or
Orm
cries
cries out, "You're not evil. You're the good guys."
That's right, Orm. We are the good guys.
Oh, thank you. You're a very smart child.
Looking to our prisoners. So what is your job here?
Protect the maiden. Job is done.
But you don't know where the maiden is.
She is gone. She protected.
So you have, well, how do you know she's protected? She could have gone somewhere where you are not able to protect her.
Others will protect.
How do they know where she is?
They see. The
Ah.
queen gives eyes.
I'm going to hope that's not literal.
He opens
right.
his pockets and
I have a verse that may sort of serve the double purpose of waking up the parents and getting rid of the birds.
Hey, that works.
Oh.
Ooh.
2 birds, 1 stone?
oh,
Wait, hold on. That's not the whole thing.
In the YouTube chat, by the way, Lister's Mate says, maybe the queen is using the birds to make the people sleep.
Oh,
For
wait,
every
get it.
person, there's one. For every person asleep, there's one bird, I guess is what he's saying. I think.
Yeah, I think you meant 1 bird.
Yeah. Possibly. We don't know.
There are more birds than people.
Okay.
Well,
There are many birds.
no harm in trying the verse.
Yep.
That looks
Yeah.
good.
All right. So is that the one we want to do first? The one to try and wake everyone up?
Let's try and wake up the parents before we pull in any unknown entities.
And do you want me to roll a performance for that?
You can if you want to give a nice performance for it.
Yeah,
I mean,
doubt
why
the
wouldn't
children
I?
I mean,
are
if
doing-
little
Why
kids
wouldn't I?
can sing
Are you
the
kidding me?
song at work,
I have a +9 to performance, and I have not rolled higher than a 13 with this skill yet.
Better than the critical
Good job.
failure, though.
Yep.
Okay, so the verse is, "The time has come to end our play, our parents' souls not yours to take. Away, cursed birds, away, and leave the sleepers to wake."
All right. As you say it, nothing happens. The birds just keep chattering. However, the children recite it right after you.
There we go.
Boom.
As they finish their recitation, all the magpies, which I just looked up, is large enough to be called a parliament, screech and gather in one large group atop one of the buildings. From within the houses, multiple voices call out various questions all at once. It's chaos. You catch, "What has happened? Ian Maintain, where are you? My little orm, come here, come here."
nice.
Boom.
Well done, Nathaniel.
Thank you.
Now,
Actually, it was really the kids who did it. I don't want to give him much credit.
Well, what I'm saying is, what we may need the kids if we're going to summon the queen, if we choose to summon the queen, to deal with it so that this doesn't continue happening.
The kids all run to their parents, of course, as they awake. Some crying, some giving apologies. And after they are all reunited, they start looking to you, asking a cater of questions, just berating you with all the questions. What happened? What's going on? How long has it been? What are these?
Let me explain. No, that will take too long. Let me sum up.
I just watched that. By the way, on Twitch, we just had a new viewer, Skyby92, puts a little wavy emoticon thing there. Hello, thank you for watching.
Hello.
Buttercup is Mary Humperdinck in little less than half an hour.
I explained that they had been placed into a magical slumber by some sort of fake creature.
What do they remember?
Yeah.
They remember going to sleep at night, and now they just woke up, and it's midday.
So
they look like the color has returned to them, and they look very refreshed.
If you don't mind, I'm going to go ahead and release the prisoners. They gave us the information we asked for, and there's no sense in killing them. They have nothing more to do with this.
Unless they decide to go after and harm anyone else. Now, if you go, I turn to them, and with my eyes flaring, I say, if you harm any others, know that we will come for you.
I do what Queen says, but not today.
Not anytime soon if it involves harming others. Do you understand?
Must protect Queen, but try not harm.
Good enough for me for now.
The Raven Queen has granted you mercy today. Remember that. And I set them free.
Okay. He will drag his partner, who is still unconscious, aside, limping away. You are now surrounded by parents and children hugging, and it really seems that you have returned life to normal, somewhat, in this hamlet. However, suddenly the magpies do take flight and begin squawking as they circle high overhead. A series of popping sounds heralds the appearance of pinpoints of purple light around the hamlet.
Well,
go ahead and grab my sword and be standing by here. Actually, you know what? I would like to go ahead and find some shadows and get myself nice and hidden.
You can do that behind the tree.
Excellent.
You do hear... Oh, go ahead.
As the pinpoints of light appear just as Mortavius is coming out of the barn with a shovel. he was gonna bury, the dead.
The dead.
Boggles. Yeah. He just sticks the shovel in the ground and starts walking out to line up with the group.
All right, here we go.
The voice of an old woman speaks, seemingly from everywhere at once. Fools! Thou shalt punish your insolence! Of course, at that booming voice, all the commoners start running and hiding inside their houses, begging for your protection.
I say, that's going to take a while. I'm pretty insolent.
The pinpoints of light throughout the area tend to grow.
You lost by your own rules. Walk away, Faye.
Hey, you're good at rhyming too.
Yeah, we wouldn't want you to be considered an oath breaker, would we?
And we can't really see her, you're saying, right? We're just hearing her?
Yeah.
Yes. You do not see her. However, these pinpoints of light glow, and they expand, becoming a large patch of glowing purple light.
This is above us? Over there? Yeah.
Over in multiple areas. Within these hazy areas, several boggles begin to emerge.
Oh, more boggles. She likes boggles.
I'm gonna go ahead and prep. No. I'm gonna prep some more magic stones quickly. Have them ready to go in case I need them. And then I would like to, in the shadows, ready Hex. If there seems to be like a large thing that appears in front of me, like if I think the queen is shown up, I'm going to go ahead and have that ready to go to drop on her.
Got it.
Huzzah, I buried all those boggles. You didn't even see me do it.
All right. And after the boggles come out of the fog, come on here. The shrimp boggles.
Shrimp boggles.
Shrimp
My
balls.
All right.
Who doesn't
So,
want a shrimp boggle?
as there, can I set up a spell before they engage with us?
Absolutely.
I mean, it seems like I've got time to do it. I may as well take advantage of it. Everybody's favorite.
Yay.
Oh, bless. What does it see? What do we do
Hashtag
here?
bless.
So he calls the Raven Queen's blessing on basically all of you. So you basically, whenever you make an attack roll or a saving throw, you get to add an extra D4 to the result.
Nice.
We can do this every single time for this.
Every single time.
Jeez.
Mhm. Bless is awesome.
And
Attack-
remember,
is that attack roll only like with a weapon though, like not spells or?
No, spells too. It's any attack roll.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
And because I could also do this as a bonus action, because yay.
Jen,
The
remember you
spiritual
stole.
weapon is back.
Oh, nice.
But no, that only lasts for 10 minutes though, and we took a short rest, so that's been at least an
Oh,
hour.
that's true. Yeah.
So I don't have it, unfortunately.
All right. Well, I'll bonus action you another one.
Awesome, thank you.
So I
Lilin,
bring my
Since we have
spiritual
time
weapon
for
back
bonus
as well.
actions here.
All right. Lilin comes out of the cloud to the north and smiles wickedly. With a flash of light, her form morphs into that of a young elf girl with stringy green hair and black eyes. Her mouth opens, revealing black teeth, and she speaks to them. Kill them all! Now roll initiative.
She's got the hex on her now.
Yep.
Brush your teeth.
We're sending up the flag. She's the one to go for. I'm gonna curse her.
Ugh, that was not a good initiative.
Let me see about range to target. Oh,
So how do I
Oh,
roll
God.
So it
Initiatives
shows
are
up in
terrible.
there?
Oh my.
Oh man.
Highlight your token and then roll initiative, and it will automatically add you to the initiative order.
So as long as my token is highlighted, if I roll
Yes.
initiative off my character sheet, it'll work.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
Boom. Nice! Nice!
Yeah.
All right. So, Nar,
wow.
you up for ending someone's life?
I would like to end someone's life.
All
I
right.
gotta get within 30 feet of her to curse
Where
her.
did she drop down?
She's up north.
He's up here.
She's
Oh,
about
way up
45
there.
feet from me.
Gotcha.
So actually, let's see, I'm actually going before you. So we need to wait till round 2.
Okay.
Because if I curse her this round, you won't be able to close the gap and hit her in the
Okay.
same round.
So I get to choose what attack she's going to have disadvantage on from my hex.
Yep.
I don't want to have a disadvantage on.
Probably, well, I mean, spell attacks or...
Well, so she gets disadvantage on on a certain ability check. So probably Uh,
That's a hard one to call for this one.
yeah.
That is indeed.
Is it ability checks or is it saves?
Saves as well.
It's ability checks specifically, I believe.
Okay.
If it's, I gotta look because
I'm looking at it right now. Choose one ability. When you cast a spell, the target has disadvantage on ability checks made with the chosen ability.
Okay, that's not as cool as it sounds. Ability checks are like skill checks, like acrobatics, athletics. It's not saves and it's not attack rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it may not be a super important decision.
It's one thing like if it
Let's go for disadvantage on dex checks then.
There you go.
Okay.
Maybe we can trip her up.
Make it harder for her to like hide and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Let's go with dex on that, and yeah. Go from there.
All right.
So am I up?
She actually goes first.
She goes first. Yeah.
And Nar is 11. Okay, there we go. Nathaniel goes after that. She begins speaking and enchanting, throwing sand and rose petals into the air in front of her. Let's see here. Let me double check everybody's hit points here. Arya has darn. Everybody's full. Okay, yep, that's right. 'Cause she had the short rest.
And anyone with elven blood's immune to sleep.
Yes. Mm-hmm. You have elven blood, Martavius? You are human, correct?
Yeah, I'm just human.
So
I'm half elf.
One centered. Yeah, it's centered on you, so it hits you first and can't affect anybody else. Mortavius is now slumbering.
And Bless goes bye-bye, and so does my other spell.
Oh, because those require concentration?
Well, the spiritual weapon doesn't, but Bless does.
Yeah. So your spiritual weapon
is still sitting there. It's just not doing anything.
You can't direct
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So is this just sleep? Could one of us wake him up?
Yeah,
by smacking him or something.
It is definitely the sleep spell.
Okay.
All you have to do is spend an action to wake him, to rouse him. So it's just something of great disturbance to awake him. Noise may, if you do loud enough noise, you could.
Bagpipes?
Say
bagpipes?
Play on Macduff. I was thinking about casting Shatter on my first turn, either up here or over here. Not enough noise?
That would be loud enough noise.
Oh, it would be a loud enough noise? Okay, then that is what I'll do. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'll drop a Shatter over here.
Oh, over there. Okay.
Yeah. Is it still loud enough noise if it's that far away?
Oh yes.
Okay.
The loud ringing noise, painfully intense.
Why didn't that work? What is going on here? Oh, I have to choose the level. There we go. All right.
Nice.
So DC 14 Constitution save, 17 damage.
Oof. Boom.
And that is it for my second level spells.
All right. Wow. So they both took full on damage.
Was that Lillian you attacked? Or
Yep.
Yeah, it was Lillian and the Boggle up there.
The Boggle looks like he's about to die. Lillian looks injured, but seems to shake it off almost unnaturally.
Okay. And then before my turn ends, I am going to use a bonus action to enter a fit of screaming rage.
Yay!
So basically what this looks like is I pull out my bagpipes and I blow a blast on my bagpipes that hurts them somehow. And then I toss my bagpipes to the ground and I pull out my morning star and I just scream. Yeah, I look like I'm having a good time.
Yeah, okay. I was just wondering if hopefully somebody attacks you this round to keep the rage going. Well, you did it. I don't know. Semantics.
If I keep an attack, if I attack someone,
yeah,
on my next round also.
Yep. Yeah. Mortavius, you are up.
Okay, so
you are actually waking up. You fell asleep for a moment, and now you're awake.
Yeah. Wake up, get up off the ground, looking annoyed, and let's see.
Skyby and Twitch says, and you blow on the morning star as well.
So 5, 10, 15. That's as far as I can move because it takes half my move to get up. And then, since I know she just got wounded.
Yep.
Oh wow, garbage damage. If she makes the save, it won't even really matter. The 3 is the 2d12.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
But,
ouch.
The scythe still goes up there.
Yep.
Alright. Let's see here. And misses. So, that's it.
Alright. Then next up would be Nar.
Nar is going to... I will move up 6. I will use one of my slings, and because I'm coming from hidden, can I get my sneak attack on that?
Yes.
Okay.
In fact, I'll shoot. Go ahead and roll me a stealth. I didn't ask you for the stealth when you were hiding.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead and do that.
Okay, and I have the Boots of Elvenkind, so I have advantage on any dex-based saving stealth checks.
Yep.
So I'm glad I had that advantage.
Yeah.
Okay.
She did not perceive you, so you get advantage on her as you are surprising her.
So with my sling and those magic stones, those do 1d6 plus spellcasting mod, bludgeoning, plus my sneak attack, plus an extra 1d6 necrotic, which I need to create a thing for because I did not make one. Oh no, I've got it here actually.
And then go ahead and roll the attack again, just in case you get a crit.
Nope.
Okay, you still do hit connect.
Cool. Womp womp.
And did that include your sneak attack in there?
No, I thought I had hit it, but I guess it didn't show up. There we go.
There's the damage.
Better. Yeah, so, and then with my bonus action, I would like to try and hide again with cunning action.
Okay. You can use the house to keep you hidden.
Sweet. Oh, I have advantage on that. So, there we go. Much better. And so I duck back into the shadows. And I draw my rapier.
Wow, 21. All right. All right, she does not look like she is doing well at all.
Was that Lillian you attacked?
Lillian, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Arya, you are in action, ready for action.
Okay. First thing I'm going to do is shift my psychic focus as a bonus action to my intellect fortress discipline, which gives me resistance to psychic damage. And then, as my actual action, I think I will do this.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a nice one. I'm going to center that around Lilin.
All right.
So they hit both those.
Yep.
Yeah.
Even if he saves, he's going to die.
This is called Frozen Rain, folks.
That is deadly.
Yeah, I like this one.
It costs a bit of psi points to do it, too. So
Yeah, that's all right. Hey,
5
I
is
still
pretty
got a bunch of them.
costly.
Hey, it's Lilin, though. It's worth it. Take her out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Oh, my gosh. That would be a nat 1.
Oof. Bye-bye.
Hey, someone else got one.
You can take it back. That's okay.
No, you can have it. Really, I like to share.
Oh, my. Oh, my goodness.
Oh.
Lilin freezes over and barely seems to be clinging to life.
Okay. Oh, the other one's automatically that you said done, right?
This next round.
Oh, wait, and then its speed is 0. So her speed is 0 now, it says, right?
Yep.
By the way,
Yeah, she can't move.
I'm not used to having a character with concentration. I keep concentration unless I'm attacked or something. How does it work?
If you take damage, you have to make a saving throw to maintain concentration on the spell. And if you flub the save, then the spell goes down.
What kind of a saving throw?
Or you can just release.
It's a constitution save.
Or I can choose to release it, you're saying, as well?
Yeah, or you can choose to release your concentration at any time.
Yep.
Which you may end up wanting to do because my booming blade is contingent. Like, I do extra damage if she does move, so.
Well, that's okay. You're going to do plenty this next round.
Yeah, I'm not too worried.
She's also going to die
We'll see
real soon.
Next up are the boggles. One rushes Mortavius. One is trying to close on Arya. Another one does close on Arya, and the one over here closes in on Nathaniel.
Come get me.
Let's see. We'll go in order from top to bottom. So Mortavius first. As they do what they do, throw a tantrum and flail about. That misses Mortavius. They just bounce off his shield. The one coming up on Arya flails about for a 14. Does that connect? You still have that. No, it does not, because your base is 14. And then the one goes for Nathaniel.
That'll
And
miss.
just flails about, not connecting anywhere. Then Felsa or Lilin, pulls back into the mist, where she begins to heal.
Okay.
The wounds start to close up.
We'll have to stop her from
Oh,
doing
barely.
Just
Barely.
wait for it. It's going to be beautiful.
Her wounds close up, but you're not quite sure if they did or if she's just not bleeding as much. Next up is Nathaniel.
that. All right.
You have a Fran.
I'm going to whack my Fran. All right. So let me... Hold on. So Rage gives me a +2 to my damages, right?
Mhm.
And it gives me resistance to bludgeoning, slashing, and piercing. And I can't cast spells, and I have advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. Okay. So, I am going to recklessly attack the dude next to me.
All right.
My Morning Star. So that'll be a 16 with 7 points of damage.
You crash into the boggle and with your mace. And he looks quite injured and confused. He thought he could dodge out of the way of your blunt instrument.
I'm like, that's right.
Mortavius.
Don't fuck with the bard.
All right, let's see. Nope, I'm going to go ahead and keep walking. He can take his attack.
He misses. he
Gets up.
flails about on the floor. I think he's throwing a tantrum now.
And the scythe comes whipping through the air to attack him. All right, because that's just free to do anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Get him. Oh, that'll hit.
Well, he was throwing his tantrum, and the scythe took a nice chunk out of him.
And so, Mortavius whispers something that only Felsa hears. And the words that she hears are, "Your fate is sealed."
Yep.
Oh,
Dun, 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 dun.
How about Elsa?
And that's my turn.
All right, Nar, you're up.
Nar is going on in. 1, 2. Coming on in. Gonna go ahead and booming blade her with advantage. Probably with elven accuracy going. Because why not? It's fun. She's got the curse on her. Let's just see how this all goes. Sneak attack. All the shiny things.
Oh, that's a hit.
Yeah.
Let's fish for crits because I can.
Yeah, why not?
Didn't get it, but then let's see here. So we got that plus. But I get my elven accuracy, so I can re-roll that because it's dex based. Nah, the first one's better. Plus sneak attack. Plus hex. Plus it all doubles, right?
Yeah, the total
You can
is
also-
double.
You can also
all
add
the
the-
rolls.
You can also add the D6 inspiration if you want to.
Oh, sure. Let's just do it.
While we're
I
at
have
it.
one more of those that I can give out.
Want to do. Ignore that.
Yeah, you can just
It's,
/ roll 1d6 and it'll.
that works. There we go. That works.
Hey, I'm helping.
That's Nate's line.
So Nar comes in, eyes just flashing dark, because the blessing of the Raven Queen is upon them. Thankfully, and it's time. This is the time of doom for Felsa, who has been causing some problems for this town. We are going to make sure she does not cause any more problems ever again. So Nar comes in there, rapier ablazing.
Give us the big total.
So that's what, 13, 20,
Oh my word.
21, plus
20, 27.
27 doubled.
So 54 points of damage.
Yep, Nar comes in and just goes.
Isn't it when you do their entire hit point total and damage negative?
Yes,
They are
and there
instant.
they are.
Like,
And if she were to ever move again, there's a little extra damage sitting by. But
As you pierce her, she explodes into more purple mist.
I'm also gonna go ahead and get out of the way with the end of my turn.
Had you been anybody else other than your half-elven ancestry, it might have been potentially dangerous. But being of that Fey ancestry, there is nothing that happens.
Oh, love being an
as
elf.
the purple mist starts going away, and the boggles
Narcy's
themselves
mist.
start shriveling.
Non-specific
Oh, wow.
mist. It starts shriveling?
Yes.
I feel like Nathaniel is sort of in the midst of his rage and is kind of confused by this, so he just keeps on hitting the boggle as it's shriveling. He's like, yeah, you want some more? Come on!
Wow. That was a lot of damage.
I cut things. It's sharp. And then I can pop that hex over to someone else as well. So just for funsies, I'll
They are
pop
dying.
it.
They are just shriveling up to nothing.
Just all of them are gone. Oh, okay. Well, then I guess I don't need to.
She's like, I gotta hex somebody though. Come on.
Just
Any more
in
shady
case.
children?
Yeah, right? Hey, I was not wrong. I was not wrong. I will continue to remind you from now until the
No.
indefinite future.
If you're gonna hex a small child, that was the one to do.
Yeah.
Who's the one
Right.
to you?
But now she's gonna use that as an excuse to hex every child in every game from this point out.
Absolutely not. Only
This little girl, I hex her.
Yeah.
Intuitively, I had a feeling. She just was screaming evil at me.
You are not allowed near orphanages. Just turn around, go the other
Nar's
way.
now going to get quite the reputation of
Not every child is evil. Stop it.
After they
I
have
didn't attack her until she turned out to be completely evil. But
that is true. Until she revealed her true colors, you didn't attack. You
I
just
did not.
prepared just in case.
I was just ready. I was standing by.
Over on Twitch, by the way, Skyby92 says, "Who are these people in the group? By the way, are you playing weekly or Well, this is Super Geeked Up. We actually used to have a weekly D&D stream that Somnus up in your upper right there ran for us. We did for like a year and a half. Now we do every month or two. We usually do a gaming stream. We do some how to play videos, that kind of stuff. But once a year we do this Roll20CON, and then after a little bit, let's let David continue here. But I will make sure everybody introduces themselves again and tells you where they can find links and all that stuff. So don't worry, we'll share all that.
Perfect. I was going to say, after they shrivel up, the commoner folk come out of their hiding spots in their buildings, looking around, making sure it is all clear. And they offer to prepare a wonderful feast in honor of making sure that they were saved from the slumbering queen.
And Nar kind of looks at him and goes, I hate to tell you this, but you may not have much food.
That is fine. They will find some food and they will throw a feast in your honor with what
Fair
they
enough.
can.
Thank
They're
you so
determined.
much.
They're determined to throw a feast.
Yeah.
It's the least they can do for saving their lives.
And at said feast, Nathaniel puts on a kick-ass punk rock concert with his bagpipes.
Awesome.
Nice. And of course, Mortavius will tend to the dead.
Oh, that's very nice.
You know, and any of the bodies of the Fae or whatnot, he will give them proper burial.
Okay.
Arya will learn more games from the children that she's never played before.
There are a lot of games Arya can learn. Lots of them.
Good.
Including playing with dolls.
And Nar will compliment the chef on
One of the older kids is like, let's learn poker.
And Nar picks up a stick and says, all right, so you point it at them, and then you poke. Starts teaching swordplay.
Right. I think Arya would be okay at poker with the telepathy thing or something. And
Oh yeah.
Oh man, no! Do not play cards with Arya.
Yeah.
Except she'd keep on consulting
Right.
her imaginary friend.
It's like,
She'd be like,
four
"Is-
kings good?
What, you
all
said
reds
4
is
kings
good,
are
right?
Yeah.
4 kings is good. Okay, good. I'm glad I have that.
Yeah. So I should bet all my money? Okay, good.
No, I think he's bluffing.
All right.
All right, so that's it, right?
Saved.
Yep, that is it. You have
That
saved
was
the
super
day
cool.
and saved.
Well done, everybody.
Thank you. Well done.
That's awesome.
Waffles for everyone.
I would go for some waffles.
Yes, waffles for everyone.
That's what IHOP now.
We're in the southern part of this fantasy kingdom, so they do chicken and waffles.
Oh my god, I love chicken and waffles.
Oh yes.
And some Roscoe's.
So good.
I'm in Kentucky, so chicken and waffles is real easy to get.
Not easy to get in upstate New York.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
They look at you kind of funny up there.
There's one place. That's about it. All right, folks. Remember, we are doing this as part of Roll20CON, which is to raise money for Take This, which is a great charity that helps provide education for the prevention of mental illness. Roll20.net/con, as you see on your screen, there is where you can go, and there's a donate link right on that page. Anything you can donate, obviously, would be greatly appreciated. And we here at Super Geeked Up, we do a lot of other stuff as well besides some gaming stuff. Our Super Geeked Up, which is a geeky chat and improv comedy show. So if you like Whose Line Is It Anyway, we do like geeky improv style games. Our new season will premiere July 25th at 10 p.m. Eastern. That will be right after San Diego Comic-Con, where we actually will be doing our show live on stage there, actually for the third year in a row. So that'll be fun. And we'll also be announcing a very brand new co-host at San Diego Comic-Con as well for the show. And then our DC Action Hour show is June 28th at 8 p.m., where we're going to talk about the finale of Supergirl, which just aired. And we usually talk Flash and Arrow and all those shows as well. Let me remember, folks, at 10 p.m. tonight, we're doing Conan. Sam, this on your upper right there is going to run that for us. And I'll be back for that with some other players. So that'll be a lot of fun. And but let's give some links out for everybody. Jen, where can people find what you're up to?
So I am on Twitter as @DreamWisp. I am also on Instagram as @DreamWisp. I am on Twitch as DreamWispJen. I always am talking about D&D, DMing. I have a couple more charity events coming up in the near future. I'm going to also be on Ladies Slaying Dragons, talking about accessibility. I'm a huge advocate for talking about ending stigma around disability in tabletop gaming and making tabletop gaming more accessible for disabled gamers. So we'll be talking about that in the next couple of weeks, which is exciting. I will be at San Diego Comic-Con on a couple of panels with Jeff.
Yeah, we're doing 2 gaming panels there this year.
Yeah, we're doing 2. Yeah, it's going to be a blast, and we'll see what else is next. But I always will post about what I've got coming up. You can find me though at DreamWisp on Twitter is the best way to keep up with what I'm up to.
All right. By the way, in the YouTube chat, Lister's Mate says, "Woohoo, Conan O'Brien." Earlier this week, when I told him we were playing Conan, he was like, "It's an RPG about Conan O'Brien," and I was like, "That would be hilarious if it was." But no, it's Conan, like as in
you
Conan.
You all play Conan O'Brien trying and badly failing to play video games. That's what it is.
I would not be surprised if Conan did a segment about the Conan RPG. I mean, with a Conan.
Right,
Conan.
he was like in the
Plays
game,
Conan.
yeah.
Give that man a great sword.
It's tall enough.
True story.
All right, Brian. Brian actually does a lot of really cool gaming stuff. We want to tell people what you do?
Yeah, I'm a game designer and a writer, and I own my own company. It's called Blue Gables. You can find me at blue-gables.com, where I offer services writing. I do marketing. I do system development. So if you have a game and you need some help with the mechanics, I can help you with that. We also offer editing and proofreading and all sorts of other services that would be useful to game designers and people making tabletop games. I've done a lot of work for Evil Hat. You can find a lot of my work on DriveThruRPG. And if you want to find me on Twitter, my handle is Zelgadas. That's Zelgadas. And I'll also be at Gen Con. So come meet me at Gen Con. I'm going to be running some games for the IGDN, which is the Indie Game Developer Network. They have a game room that is across from the dealer hall and upstairs, where they just run games that are made by people within the IGDN. Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be all over the place.
Awesome. And actually, you can see Brian on this channel because he's run 2 games for us as a guest. He ran Dresden Files Accelerated, and most recently Uprising, which he is co-author of that game. which is really fun. So you can check. Actually, Jen was part of that game as well, Somnus. So you can check both of those on our channel. And actually, you can find all our past games over on the gaming playlist on our channel on YouTube, which is Super Geeked Up. David, any links you would like to give out?
I have none, actually. Just
That's cool. You talk to people in real life. That's even better.
Yeah. As of right now, I'm actually teaching a lot of new people who have been interested in Dungeons and Dragons and trying to bring them over to this side and breach the world of role-playing. Let them get their first experience in it.
Nice.
I hope to actually do more with it.
Great.
Yeah, be an ambassador.
Exactly.
Yes. Exactly.
All right. Hey, our fifth player just joined us. Perfect timing. Nate just puts in as you can see in the Roll20 chat there, that his internet's been out. I'm sorry, Nate. Well, Nate, but you're still in time to play Conan with us later, so that is good news.
Definitely.
If Nate had been here, we would have killed Felsa even faster.
Exactly. I know what he
But
made.
in one hit, not two.
He had a dwarf cleric, actually.
He made a dwarven forge cleric.
Here, I'll show you where it is. Here's his character. Luthrig Emberfist. Yeah.
Yep.
He was cantankerous, it says. I wanted to hear him play a cantankerous dwarf. All right, there we go. And Somnus, of course, you can find here pretty much anytime we do a gaming stream. You'll find him on this channel.
Definitely, and I do actually have something to put out there.
Excellent.
Because we have recently brought back our online role-playing chat, which is Criddia.com. And I'll get you the link for it later, Jeff, so that you can post it up with any other links. It's essentially a chat game where all of the role play is done in text. It's a persistent world setting where different rooms in the chat are different parts of a city, and people can log in and role play together whenever they want. And there is a team of DMs that log in as they have time and run adventures for whoever happens to be on.
Cool.
That's really cool. Awesome. I'm glad you guys are starting that back up.
Find me over there because I run games on the chat.
That's Criddia, correct?
Yeah.
All right.
Posted in here.
There we go. Yeah, there it is. Great. All right, folks. Here again, where's one last time? The donation link, roll20.net/con. We'll post that again a bunch during our Conan game, which will be, exactly an hour and a half from now. 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. Hey, I actually have time to get something to eat. How about that?
There you go.
Last year, the games were so put together, it was one to the other. Cool. All right. Well, thank you very much. If you're watching on Twitch or YouTube, thank you guys for watching. We very much appreciate it. Please give us a subscribe or a follow on whatever channel you're watching. That always helps us out. And again, you go to supergeekedup.com if you would like to see any of the other stuff we do. Super Geeked Up, Super Knocked Up. We got a bunch of stuff over there. All right. Thank you to everybody here. Somnus, Brian, Jen, David, thank you very much for running for us. That was great. Really appreciate it.
Thanks.
Oh, that was awesome.
Great time.
All right. So that's it, folks. Hopefully we'll see some of you in about an hour and a half. And if not, we'll see some of you for some other shows we do. All right. Thanks, everybody. Keep gaming.
Or live in person at conventions coming up.
Yes. Come see us in San Diego. So say hi to Jen and me at San Diego if you're going to be there. About a month away.